not done. Ole Miss.
What is up, Outlaw Posse?
They're making no excuses.
What's happening?
They can get some wins.
Looks like it's just going to be us today. I don't know that the Outlaw, actually, I do know the Outlaw will not be with us today. His daughter is getting married. So it's just going to be the Outlaw Posse with Killer Breeze. Hopefully that is cool with everybody. We already got 22 people up in the chat ready to watch Oklahoma kick that rebel ass all over the diamond today.
I mean, you think about it.
Oh, God, why do they wear these uniforms? Jesus. Burn the Unity uniforms. I hate the gray uniforms, man. Damn.
2 or more home runs hit by this offense. You're going to see a lot of long balls today, too. And Jamie Traxel even told us earlier this week that if you're Ole Miss,
Howard, let me address that.
In terms of the fact that, you know, they're going to get their
that is not the case. It is the case that Outlaw is negotiating with negotiating with another channel to join their team, but his channel is not going anywhere. I'm not necessarily taking over, but I will probably step in and do a lot of things for him, which works for me. Hopefully it works for y'all too. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the Outlaw, so hopefully, hopefully I'll be a decent substitute.
In Oxford, between number 4 Oklahoma and unranked Ole Miss.
My girl is one of the leading home run hitters on this team, by the way, with double-digit 10. Kendall Wells coming in with a cool 22 home runs on the season, followed by Gabby and Ella at 14.
6 1/3 scoreless innings against OU back in 2023.
Hate the uniforms, Doug. Hate the uniforms.
Third base side, there's Ryan Starr. She plays great defense, and she throws out Cassidy Pickering to begin this ball game.
I don't know why they insist on wearing the gray uniforms. It drives me bonkers.
Pretty good if you're Kyra Aycock.
It does. I mean, the best part about pitching is that, you know, the expectation is that you don't have to be perfect out there in the circle. You've just got to be able to give your team and your defense an opportunity to make a play.
Well, it doesn't get any easier.
Yeah, that's true, Howard. I would definitely. It's really close, man. I should have done it already. It's kind of laziness on my part. I just have a couple of things I got to button up real quick.
The nation's leader in
and we'll be off and running.
22 homers.
Where we're running to and how fast we're going to get there, who knows, man? But you know what I've learned? That slowly is the quickest way to get where you're going.
Not something that you expect from a freshman.
She skies this skyscraper high to straightaway center field. Taylor Malvin makes the catch. And 2 quick outs for Kyra Aycock to begin this ball game.
Yeah, man.
I mean, even that had some height to it.
Right. I mean, just kind of like
I'm down.
Trasha was talking about, you know,
you
have
can
to expect that the ball is going to get hard. They're going to hit good pitches.
You can
you play at this caliber. It's not about capitalizing.
It's
on
better to just give my
they're just good all
probably
around.
just give you my cell phone number, man, because I don't check Messenger that often. I kind of hate
Takes a strike.
social media, ironically.
Garcia hitting 4.
But yeah, man, anytime.
14 homers, sophomore from Chandler, Arizona. Part of this Oklahoma team that's 29-2. Their 9th straight Women's College World Series appearance, 18th ever back in 2025, where they finished 52-9. The SEC champs in year 1 in the conference. And Garcia lets it be, low and away.
Outlaw checks his messenger way more often than I do, so
Oklahoma 2 in the midst of a
you can always
7-game road swing.
If you're trying to reach out to me on Messenger, because I am on Facebook.
Earlier this week,
I didn't get a number. Where'd you send it? On Facebook?
A little bit of practice, BP, before you came here to Oxford.
Oklahoma's 7-1 in true road games this season, too. Patty Gasso telling us yesterday that the road's where they struggled the most last year. She's interested to see how her team does at SEC Series number 1 on the road. 2-2. Good play discipline from Garcia.
I don't see it, man.
In a payoff coming up from Kyra Aycock.
I don't see the number.
Season at Ole Miss. She's 8-4 this year with a save. This is start number 14 for her on the year. Payoff pitch. And she threw a gutter ball. 2-out walk. And 30th this year for Aycock. As you see, the Oklahoma faithful have made the trip to Oxford. It was an insane
Ford interior
line.
gray. That's
before
beautiful.
even
That's
opened.
brilliant.
Sooners fans.
No, dude, I
all
don't
the way
see a
down to
number.
the
Where
Soccer
do you?
Stadium down the
Does
street.
everybody else in the chat see a
Bathing in the
phone
sun.
number? I don't see one.
Back and miss for Isabella Emmerling.
Really?
Some of them got here before me.
Hold on, let me look somewhere else. Hold on.
3 hours early. I'm like, no one beats me to the ballpark.
That's true. It's a good day for softball. I think too, it's also given fans a little bit of a grace to be able to kind of come and see.
No,
some
I
teams
don't-
normally
I
don't
don't
see
see
now
it.
that you've had the addition of the two other teams.
How the
that
hell am I
joined the
missing
SEC.
this?
Especially, Oklahoma, Texas.
Norman's not close.
Here,
It's not.
Howard, do this. Go to
Hit hard off the glove of Starr and ricochets towards
Go
the
to
second
my,
base bag. With
Facebook
2 outs,
account.
Emmerling
Or actually,
on
you know what?
first.
Go to my.
Garcia moves up
Are
to
you on
second base.
X, Howard? Are you on X?
And they give Emmerling the hit, so credit her to 28 now on the year. And her 28 hits now ties the 28 she had last year. Another home run threat.
Go to here's my Twitter handle.
And Ella Parker.
I can't see it, dude. I don't know why the hell it's not showing up for me. I don't understand why. I'm looking on my phone too. But I'm gonna give you my X
Californian
handle.
Parker
Hold on a second.
hitting 469 this season. OPS is just bonkers. Junior in her 3rd season with Oklahoma. 2-time
I don't
All-American.
understand why it's not showing for me,
Chops it
man.
back to
And
Aycock,
everybody
just
else
outside
sees
the
it too.
circle, gets the 3rd out, and Oklahoma strands 2. And we'll tell you who's in the lineup for Ole Miss when we come back in Oxford.
All right. I don't know why. For some reason, I see no phone numbers. I mean, clearly, I'm not crazy. I'm looking at every single message for whatever reason. I'm sure you put it up. For whatever reason, it's not showing up to me. I'm also looking on my phone in the chat, and I don't see it in the chat on my phone either. So I'm not sure what is going on, but if you hit me up on Twitter. Oh. YouTube is deleting it. They think you're doxing somebody. Damn. That's scary. Well, I just gave you my Twitter handle, @KillerBreeze09. Go hit me up and give me your number and I'll call you. I'll call you. All right, we got 43 people in the chat so far. Most of them on YouTube. Our girl Audrey Lowry in the circle today.
Oklahoma, sophomore in her 2nd season, also started in Game 1 against Auburn last weekend. Carly, your scouting report on Audrey Lowry.
JYK, our resident international outlaw posse,
which is a lot to
regular.
a true testament to her drop.
Do we have any other international watchers tonight? Join the likes of JYK.
Is going to be any pitch but that one. So I think that it's been also
now I see it.
How solid their team is, both on offense but also their defense, because of how great they really are in the circle.
Yeah, I got it.
This lineup this season averages over 1 home run per game. Kennedy Bunker at the top of the lineup, a recent change for Ole Miss. Normally you see Taylor Malvin there too, but Jamie Traxel using that 9 spot now as kind of a de facto secondary leadoff batter in the bottom half of the order. And Kennedy Bunker takes ball one. Simi Valley, California native, the senior in her first season at Ole Miss. Spent 3 years at Fresno State. She's 3 for 15 in the first 2 SEC series, though, this season. And takes a hack at 1, 1-2.
Yeah, JYK.
Lowry pitched twice in the sweep against Auburn last weekend at Oklahoma, now 3.
We just broke 50 in the chat. Y'all do me a favor. We got to get that like button up. Doing all right, though. We got 17 right now. Let's see if we can get that up. Audrey with a strong start, striking out the first batter in the lineup.
A tremendous defense. Raved about them earlier this season. Dayton Miner and Parker in the outfield. Garcia and Agbayani up the middle. Parker and Emmerling on the corners, and Wells behind home plate. Mackenzie Pickens takes strike 1. Member of Ole Miss's Women's College World Series team last year. Both these teams were in OKC together but didn't meet.
Right.
Hit that subscribe button, too, if you haven't subscribed. We're going to bring softball to you all year long. The Sooners try to bring Alabama. For some reason, there's a bias against the Crimson Nation of Alabama.
Audrey Lowry on that team,
but trying to do justice to the Crimson Nation. What's up, Sam, in the 442?
Up to 9 this year, career most for her. And Pickens, a rare chase, low and in, back-to-back Ks.
Back-to-back
Ks to start the first 2
inning, looking strong.
I mean, Lowry's going to be tough. I think that, you know, if you're not selective with your at-bats, if you're not selective with the pitches, I mean, I think kind of getting into a little bit deeper of a count might also help the Ole Miss offense to at least kind of get some momentum rolling.
She faces Percy Yamas. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1 at 70 miles an hour from Lowry. Lowry struggled against Auburn in game 1. In fact, she allowed a season-high 5 earned runs in 4 innings of work. Bounced back, though, in game 3. Striking out 4, allowing just 2 earned runs in 4 innings. Quick call of time here. I guess if there are question marks to this Oklahoma team with just 2 losses this year, it's been their pitching.
Damn, she looks good.
So far, not the case for Lowry, who's got Yamas in an 0-2 count.
No, you like to see that adjustment being made to at least this early in the season too, when you're just kind of getting rolling and everybody, the pieces of the puzzle, you're kind of trying to figure it out. I think it's been nice to watch her kind of come full circle.
A bloop single with 2 outs for Percy Yamas. Sometimes that's all you need to get an offense going against a team that, again, has just 2 losses this year.
I mean, and that's the energy you need right there. I mean, especially if you're an Ole Miss Rebel, you at least just want to see that some of your girls are able to make some contact in the first, the second inning, and you're not waiting until, you know, the latter half of the game for you to start to get something rolling.
Dropped right in front of Parker, the right fielder. And that brings up Maddie George, a freshman who's been Ole Miss's best hitter statistically this season. .417 hitter, 9 homers as a freshman. Leads Ole Miss in both categories, also RBIs. She pops up, right side. Is it playable for Emmerling? Makes the backhanded catch, adjusted last minute for out number 3. Both teams leave base runners on the base pass through 1. No score in Oxford.
All right, how we feeling? All right. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. Visit activate.espn.com to see if you have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Well, if you're watching us on the ESPN app, you've already figured that out. So congrats. We're on SEC Network Plus today. Carly Hummel, Jay Kermata with you. Top half of the second. No score. Oklahoma left 2 on. Runners first and second base back in the first. And Ole Miss stranded Percy Yamas with a 2-out single in the bottom half of the inning. Gorgeous day for softball. Game 1 of this series. Games 2 and 3 will be on SEC Network. Not a cloud in sight. Kyra Aycock deals to Kai Minor and is behind 2-0. A freshman, Carly, hitting .506.
That's incredible.
Every freshman in the country hits .506, don't
Every
they?
one of them.
I just don't. It is amazing.
I think I love to see it. I love to see the grit and like the determination, especially from younger kids when you're coming into such a tenured program like Oklahoma. I mean, even here with Maddie George at Ole Miss and how, she's kind of taken, the same steps that I think Percy Yamas did last
Kai
year.
is special.
Kind of just taking a role on.
JYK loves him
just
some
enjoy
Kai
seeing it.
Minor. Loves him some Kai Minor. And you know what, JYK, all I can
George
say
in right
is
field.
well played.
She never played outfield.
You've got
until
great
career started. Well, when you hit
like that, you've got to
what's the
find
word
a
I'm looking for? Standards.
3-1.
Heath Stokes is in the house.
Way, but foul.
Oklahoma
Patty Gasso was
brethren,
telling
Heath
us yesterday,
Stokes.
too, about her freshmen who are
What's up, my
yes,
brother?
they're playing, but they're playing in a ridiculously unbelievable clip. And Patty
Well, the great
Gasso
thing about
credited
Kai
softball
is she
coaches,
can effectively bunt the
high school,
ball
high
and
school
still make it
coaches,
to
which I
first
thought was
base
really cool.
damn
She
near,
would take
what,
much of the credit
90% of the time?
Right. I mean, these kids come from somewhere.
Certainly
and
no
you gotta-
less than 80.
Especially in the recruiting aspect of these things, you have to be able to determine whether or not, you see potential
There
in
she
some
goes.
of these kids at an early age. It's hard to see when they're 15 and 16, not knowing what they might be like when they're 20, 22, with a little bit more experience with a couple of years underneath their belt.
Absolutely.
Kai
There
on
you
first.
see the greatest
How
of all
much do
time,
we
Patty
want to
Gasso.
wager that she is
Women's College
taking
World
off
Series titles,
shortly?
NFCA Hall of Fame class of 2012. A record that is nearly 1,600 wins, 32 seasons at Oklahoma. Ilana Agbayani shows bunt but pulled back. And you got to watch out for Kai Minor, too. 10 stolen bases. She's been caught twice this year. Coach Gasso saying of Minor that she's one of the fastest players they've had in the program in a while.
Yes, she is.
Another show bunt. They're just trying to move her over. Now it's a 1-1 count. Coach Gasso even joked. She said she's so
What's
fast that
up?
I have
I
to
am
adjust.
Sooner.
Waving her around second base, telling her to get to third. And
We got 90 people in the chat
Minor's
so
instincts
far.
are
It's
so
going to
good
keep growing.
that
Thank y'all for hitting that
that
like
trust
button. We got to
factor's
get it
there.
up to 50 likes, please. That's
1-2.
that helps us a lot. And we're trying to grow the channel to 10,000. We've been rapidly growing as of late. So if you haven't hit that subscribe
Agbayani
button,
from
please,
Hawaii.
please do. It helps
Senior
us
in her
out
second
so
season
much.
at Oklahoma, began her career at BYU. Two and two. Two from Kyra Aycock is bounced to second base to Pickens. Has no play at second, so she flips to first. Well, the strategy was to move over Kai Minor at the beginning of the at-bat. Agbayani did it just on a 2-2 count. That brings up Sydney Barker. They've been loud all day. They showed up nearly 3 hours before Gates, or the first pitch, I should say. Oklahoma fans showing up to support the Sooners today. And that hit Sydney Barker. And right away, Jim Cooper, the home plate umpire, brings his crew together to talk about this. Well, if Sydney Barker wanted to convince anybody that she got hit, she convinced me.
That was the quickest bat flip. A nice toss. I find that a little interesting too, though. I feel like most of the time you see batters up there that want to stay in the box and take a solid opportunity at another at bat.
Call the field is involved. The batter is not hit by the pitch. This call is being challenged by Oklahoma.
So they're saying she did not get hit by the pitch. And Oklahoma is challenging this.
It did look like a quick, premature choice to just head on down to first.
Well, you ought to sell it.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to be
That's part of it,
you
right?
want to be the most confident one. But Coach Gasso is challenging this. And our SEC video review folks back in Birmingham taking a look at this for us.
It's hard to tell really at that angle if it hit her or not.
Yeah. This is one of our in-venue cameras.
It may have been like a light graze on the knee.
Yeah.
On that inside knee.
Here's your best bet.
Oh.
That's
At
hard
that
to
angle,
tell.
I'm like, well, at that angle, it looks like it maybe did.
Yeah. I'm looking for any type of movement on that lower leg. Kind of see some movement too, can't you, on the lower leg from her pants?
Yeah.
Well, if you're Sydney Barker, if you're looking at your leg thinking, have I formed a bruise yet? Can I show them?
Can I just prove it?
Can I show you my lower leg? Right now it amounts to whether or not Oklahoma has runners on first and second base with one out, or just a runner on second with one out. It's a good family day at the ballpark, too.
Look,
That's how you entertain the little ones. It's a long review, an important review, too, already in the second inning. But I want to bring up already 2 walks for this Oklahoma offense. We talked about them leading the nation in 9 offensive categories. Well, walks is one of them, too. Now 164 walks drawn this year by the Sooners offense.
That's just incredible. I mean, you talk about having a real plan when you're in the box
damn
and
it.
being able to execute that based specifically on, pitches that you want to take, pitches you want to hit. And I think, what these hitters do best is they continue to draw out the pitch count. I think that you're going to find these counts they get deeper in.
After further review, the call the field stands. Batter is not hit by the pitch. Oklahoma's first challenge of the game.
All right, that's Oklahoma's first. They have 1 remaining. And Sydney Barker will have to return to home plate. Honestly, I just don't know if there was really enough there. And maybe if she was originally called, if the call was originally
I was
by a
OU
pitch,
for-
and then Jamie Traxel challenged whether or not
is
she
that a
got hit or
serious
not,
question?
I think the call would have been the same, where it just probably would have just been inclusive.
Right. I mean, and a hit
We
by
can
pitch
start
is a
with
hit
the
by
fact
pitch,
that they have
but
the best
only have,
offense in the
like you said,
country.
I don't know how
We can
much
start
of a
there.
water.
Or we can start with the fact that they're the best program and have been the
Barker
best
back to the
program in the
plate.
country, so they do get some benefit
Sophomore
of the
in her
doubt.
second season with
You can
Oklahoma.
hate on that all you want, and I'm sure you will, my little sensitive man, you. But that's how.
Hitting .328 this season, 21 hits, 8 away from the 29 she had a year ago.
Oh, come on, man. Don't set me up like that.
Runner in scoring position for
Damn
the
you,
Sooners.
Eric Pine.
1-1.
I never know what you're up to.
It's not just any runner. It's their fastest in scoring position, and Kai Minor.
Well, he seemed. Listen, look. As long as everything's in good fun, I don't. You know.
Aycock's 1-1. And remember, Kyra Aycock back in 2023.
Yeah, me
she
either,
pitched
dude. It's
against
all.
Oklahoma
It's all.
when she was at Oklahoma State.
It's all. You know. It's
6
all.
1/3
Man, it's just
scoreless
fucking
innings
sports
against the
smack,
Sooners.
man. You
They're
know.
ranked number 1 at the time. Parker,
Shouldn't be a.
259 hitter with
Doesn't
runners
need
in
to be
scoring position.
a bad thing.
2-1. Gets away from bunker, and Minor moves up to third. There's been some of that with Kyra Aycock this afternoon.
I think there's been.
It's all good,
in the strike
man.
Zone, and maybe even just kind of like settle
That's
in.
what I
feel
was
like
trying
where
to
she's-
say.
Where she's missing.
We can
those balls
disagree.
that are in the dirt.
Oh, and I
not
may not
making it
think you're right
close to
about
the plate
things,
is
but that
what
doesn't mean I
seems.
think
So I
you're a
wonder if
shitty
mechanically
person.
Some things just might be.
We need to get back to that.
one a
We
little
need to
off,
get back
just
to a
need
lot of
fine
that.
tuning.
I think it's fine to
Ball 4.
disagree.
Ends up taking her base anyway. After the
Sunshine
lengthy
is at the
review of whether or
hospital,
not
man.
Bunker was
Her
hit by a
sister,
pitch.
I think her sister is in
Just
the
one hit
hospital.
so far for Oklahoma. Their offense has been walked 3 times.
Which,
by
by the way,
Aycock,
reminds
who now has
me,
more
I
walks
need
this
to,
season than she does strikeouts.
I'm gonna hit y'all up on the commercial. I'll explain what's going on.
And Jamie Traxel coming out.
Oh, is it
in
her
a
dad?
Conversation with her Rebels. In her 6th season at Ole Miss, Jamie Traxel. Her Rebs got hot last year
He's,
with the Women's College World Series
oh,
for the
damn.
first time in program history.
Is he okay?
Team that was under 500 in conference play. Boy, they really did get hot in the SEC tournament.
Is he
All of a
okay?
sudden,
Is he
this
okay,
team,
Howard?
or that team, I should say, grew a confidence like I don't think a lot of people have seen in the history of college softball. Made it all the way to Oklahoma City, getting out of the Tucson Regional, Super Regional, taking down Arkansas in Fayetteville, 3 games. But she knows that rearview mirror is smaller than the windshield, and she wants to look ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame her. I think this year they've had a harder start. I think there was a lot of promise at the end of last year, but after
That sucks.
it's navigating the portal. It's
I hope
navigating
he's
the
okay,
players,
man.
and, they've got
It's
a
hard to
younger
lose a
team this
parent.
year. I think that's
Very
you
hard.
have to kind of be patient with, especially when it comes to having freshmen really step up.
They have the number 3 strength of schedule in the country.
Makes for a tough first month.
Well, when you look at 0-6 to start SEC play, and you look at who they've played, you're like, you know what? Makes sense.
Makes sense.
But they've been in a lot of those games too. Slapped the other way, fouled by Abby Dayton in the 9 spot for Oklahoma. Number 6, Alabama, in which Ole Miss dropped 2 of those games by 2 runs, correct? And
Right.
then a couple of lopsided games in Austin to the Longhorns. Tennessee is on deck in Knoxville after this, and they're in a barn burner with Florida this weekend. The 0-2. It's really the first time, too, Aycock's been ahead today.
She has. I think it's a narrative you want to have right now, especially with runners on, with first and third. You're reaching the bottom of their lineup. Maybe she's kind of had some of these pre jitters already kind of figured out.
1-2 on the ground to Pickens, the second baseman. Flips to Reesner for 1, and Reesner gets taken out. Sydney Parker made the play at second base, slid in to avoid the double play. Minor comes in to score. And Reesner's on her feet. The coaches and the training staff will go take a look at her.
Man, that didn't look comfortable. That looked like it hurt a lot. Man.
This is the slide in to second base.
Ooh. She might, what? Dude, I don't know, man. She was she up high a lot on that?
It's always tough as a shortstop.
Seemed like she
too.
almost,
Reesner, the Kentucky transfer in her first year at Ole Miss.
damn. Oh, man. Oh, poor thing, man. That sucks.
Again, if you're Barker, that's not your intent. obviously, as Reasoner. Never one to not smile.
Is that
She'll be
her?
okay.
Now she's
I
walking
worrisome
right?
at first. I wasn't sure if
I'm
he was able
now
to
I'm
stand
confused.
or not.
What?
Well, it doesn't feel good, I can tell you that.
No, it doesn't.
What just happened
It
here? Did we
results
just get
to a
Jedi
1-0
mind tricked?
Oklahoma lead.
I feel like
On the
there
field,
was a
there's
Jedi
choice
mind trick
from
going on.
Abby Dayton.
You
Now we're back
will
topside for
believe
Oklahoma.
I'm hurt. You will give me sympathy. I will
Abby
stop
Dayton,
your
her
momentum.
27th RBI in the year. Well, could have been a scary moment, but all is well in Oxford. Pickering at the plate. Strike one. Oklahoma coming off a series sweep against Auburn last weekend. And a team that's winning in different ways, right, Carly? You think about an Auburn series last weekend. Oklahoma had to come back from a 3-0 deficit, then a 5-1 deficit. Game 3 was tied 2-2 after the third inning. And the scores wound up being lopsided. But Patty Gasso saying that her team facing early deficits, but they're finding ways to come back and win games big. And that's huge for this roster.
I think it's why their numbers are where they are, and these girls have done so well at being able to make adjustments and coming back later on in the game. I think that's what makes them so strong.
Another roller to Pickens, side flip to Reasoner, juggled it at first, but hangs on. Ole Miss's defense slow to come off the field, and our umpires are going to get together. Seems like they may talk about whether or not Reasoner actually hung on the entire time and then her foot was on the bag to get Dayton at second. But Ole Miss's defense now coming off the field. Umpires seem to be okay with their decision. Patty Gasso now pulls Jim Cooper aside, the home plate umpire. Let's just go to break and maybe they'll sort this out, and we'll tell you what happens after this. Seems like all is well.
All right, by the way, real quick, while we got 103 people in the chat, we're gonna call in the thoughts and prayers police here. It sounds like we got a few people that need it. Sunshine's dad. Hell, man, we all need a little help, right? Well, a couple of days ago, a good friend of mine, very close friend of mine from when I was a kid, who I'm still in touch with, recently had to terminate an employee, and that employee came back to the office to collect his things, and then proceeded to barricade himself into my buddy's office and slice his throat open. Now he is in intensive care, clinging to life. So we need all the prayers for the Outlaw Posse members that we can get. And my buddy Neil is definitely posse worthy, if you will. So do me a favor and shoot a prayer if that's something that you do for my buddy Neil. I appreciate it. And Sunshine's father as well. I don't know Sunshine's father's name, but yeah, man, I appreciate that, Howard. The crazy thing is they posted his arrest on Facebook. You know, my hometown always posts all the daily arrests the next day on Facebook. And so, of course, as soon as I went to look it up, I immediately see comments of people almost taking up for the guy, saying that, well, there's a way to fire people, and clearly this wasn't done the right way. And I almost lost my mind, dude. I started jumping in and comment. I had to stop because it just made me so angry. But that's the world we live in today. But again, if prayers are your thing, shoot one up there for Neil and Sunshine's dad. All right, off we go.
Leads off this home half of the second inning for Ole Miss. What a start to SEC play Taylor Roman has had. It's actually Ole Miss's best
Charles
hitter.
Crow
Average
flies high. Thank you, my
in the
brother.
conference play, 6 for 15 at the plate with 2 homers. And 6
That's
ribbies.
awesome, Charles. We appreciate the donation, man.
Check swing back to the pitcher, Lowry, who makes the play and throws out Taylor Roman. 2 pitches, 1 out in this second. Just one of those oops swings, and sometimes you wish
Thank you,
the hitter
T.
you had
Grizzle.
you
I appreciate
above
that,
bat.
man. I think he's
she
gonna
did.
make
I
it.
think
They
she
had
did.
to
As soon as she made contact with that, you could almost kind of
obviously repair his trachea was majorly damaged. So they had to go in emergency surgery to
That's a picture you love that, though.
basically
Absolutely. Nothing
put
like
his
a slow
trachea
roller.
back together because it
Maybe
was
get you back in.
completely
You pitchers, man.
Yeah.
You'll take anything.
the ER doctor in my little
No reason.
hometown of Morgan City, Louisiana, apparently saved his
Collision
life because that
With
stabilized him
Sidney
enough to
Barker,
get him life flighted to
second
New
base,
Orleans.
Barker slid into Reisner,
So
who attempted
it
to
does
make a
sound
double
like he's
play.
going to
Good
be
to see her
okay, but it's going to be a
back up and
long,
moving.
it's a long road to hoe, man. He's not
Calling
out of the
that one
woods just
upstairs,
yet.
1 and 2. She can get a hold of it too, Reisner. 4 homers this year. She had 10 last year in her second season at Kentucky. Chops it to third, and a good play by Barker. The irony of that. Reisner retires Barker last inning, and now Barker retires Reisner later on. 2 away for Ole Miss's offense. And Barker has stepped up to play third base.
He cannot talk.
This season.
That's one of the problems right now. He
Ellie
definitely
McEnroe
cannot talk right
Marinas
now,
Out for the year.
and it
This is
sounds
hit
like
high, deep down the left field line from Applin. It's got a chance. It's caught at the wall.
nice,
Abby Dayton makes the
nice
catch
work, Abby.
right at
Dayton.
the wall.
That's a great
for
catch,
out
man.
number
What a
3.
good catch.
Applin
No way,
robbed
Howard.
of her second long ball of the season.
No way, man. Yeah,
Just
so I'm
getting
originally
there,
from New
Dayton.
Orleans, but we moved to
Oklahoma
Morgan City when I was
still
in
outside
elementary school. And that's where I ended up going, graduating from high school, was Central Catholic in Morgan City. And so, yeah, it's kind of amazing that the little hospital there was able to save him. And it sounded like the police actually that were on the scene because, again, they were barricaded in the dude's office. And so the police got called by people that were outside of the office, and he apparently sliced his throat open when they busted down the door. Or I don't know how. I still haven't gotten great details on it, but crazy, man. Just like people just, it does make you think that, like, as crazy as open carry and sounds, like, man, I just don't understand the world we live in, dude. Like, just to do that over a job, you're gonna go in there and kill a man? I mean, damn. Yeah, Abby's awesome, JYK. Charles Crow Flies High said, Boomer freaking Sooner. The refs are blind as hell. Well, I think the refs are just looking to, they want to try to temper OU as much as they can because they've just dominated so much. Nice. My parents moved to Lafayette for a little while. After we all left Morgan City and went to college and whatnot, my parents moved to Lafayette for a little while. I actually loved Lafayette. Still a small city, but big enough to have some decent stuff, Spooky Sooner, thank you very much. It's not a loss yet, but it is going to be a huge blow financially, and
Coach Gasso's
he's got a long way to go, man.
88 All-Americans.
He's just got a long way to go. He can't. Luckily, he can communicate via whiteboard right now, so that's what's going on.
You're watching some future pros,
But he's got a tracheotomy, obviously,
including Cassidy Pickering
and
in the future. Oh, for
I
one
think
today,
they're taking him
for
off the
third.
sedation, the full sedation. They're going to try to move him to just working his pain with pain meds.
What do you like about Kyra Aycock
So-
today, Carly? Or maybe it's not what you like, but something that you're noticing. I mean, 3 walks for her stands out to me at least so far.
I think there's been a solid struggle with the pitching staff here from Ole Miss, and I think there are some, fine-tuning moments, some adjustments that need to be made in order for you to give your team a solid opportunity at being able to win games. It's not just offense, it's not just defense. but
Yeah,
we struggle
man.
So much defensively to keep runners off of the bag.
Morgan City is usually a place that a lot of people have driven through, but nobody seems to want to stop.
4-3 put out, and Pickering's 0 for 2 today.
Thank you, Spooky Sooner. I appreciate that. JYK, I appreciate that too. Yeah, we're all kind of, that's all of the thing that we're all wondering is what that's going to be.
In fact, the ERA is 11.79.
Because that sucks, man.
And again, this is
That makes me so angry. It makes me so mad.
Alabama and Texas hit 372 combined against Ole Miss pitching. That was
Nitro, your uncle's wife is from Lafayette? Nice. What?
Wells up the sleeve of Reisner. And
Kendall Wells
is
with that
toward
serious
first base
power.
safely. On a play that Reisner probably makes over 90% of the time.
I also think where that was hit, how it came off of the bat there was like just crazy spin anyways, which makes the.
All right, we got 104 people up here,
bounces on the
88 on YouTube, and 16 on Twitter, on X. Hit that like button if you can. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Help us out. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs. It means a lot to us. It probably means way more than it should, but it means so much to us. And y'all, man, we talk about it all the time, how great y'all have been. I don't know why you decide to show love to a couple of numbskulls like me and the Outlaw, but we appreciate it. And we love y'all. Wells is going to be a legend, JYK. You are 100% right about that.
Preseason All-SEC, Softball America preseason All-American. Same outlet ranked her number 14 in their top 100 player ranking. 14th best. 2-1. Oklahoma, though, so far, leading the country in hits, team batting average, etc. Right now, just 1 hit. Make this number 2 into right. George on the run makes the
There we
catch.
go.
And Garcia's up to second base. Runner comes home.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Aggressive base running by Kendall Wells. And that's the legend that JYK was talking about, Miss Kendall Wells. Did you see that? What great base running that was.
Take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, these are just adjustments this team is going to make. And, kind of like we talked about earlier with Coach Trashel saying that you expect, they're going to – we have a challenge.
Ole Miss is challenging whether or not Kendall Wells left early.
That was awesome.
There you see the reaction from Wells. It's probably one of the more popular.
What's going on here? What am I missing?
Softball.
Leaving early. Yeah. I mean, I think.
Oh, leaving early? Get the.
I think the anticipation is that you're, when you have plays in mind, you're going, and there's, only so much you can do up at the bat, at the plate that can kind of sell that.
Did she leave early? Well, we know this is going to go against us. There's no way they're not going to go against us.
In venue. And whether or not, no, I don't know.
I don't think she left.
I think Ole Miss has a case here, Carly. And venue sees it. Ole Miss fans are up and cheering.
Oh, well. It's
As
going
the rule
against
is, she's not allowed to leave the bag until the ball leaves the pitcher's hand. It looked pretty close.
In the meantime, some are doing the cha-cha slide.
This guy looks like he needs to take a bow movement. Looks like he's holding one in.
Our crew chief today.
What's going on with this guy? Come on.
Here's our call.
Such a weak thing, man. It's such bullshit.
Take it off the board.
It's so weak.
We're back to a 1-0 Oklahoma lead.
It's so weak, man.
Now 2 outs. You got white out? May or may
Let me
not
grab
have,
it.
May or may not have already put that on the score sheet.
We've had that a couple of times today. I feel like it's kind of been like, I don't know what's in the energy or what's in the air.
I thought so too, JYK.
Well, the crowd came out to watch softball today. Both fan bases. Take Kendall Wells' run scored and that RBI double from Gabby Garcia off the board.
Make her pay, Gabby.
If you're Ole Miss, that's the exact type.
Make
of
her
number you
pay.
want right now to be able to come in with 2 outs. Hopefully, you get another one now, and then a solid opportunity at the at the bottom of 3 to come in.
It's just so weak, dude. It's such
Gotta
a
get something on the
whiny bitch move. If it's obvious, fine.
3-1 pitch to Garcia. Off the end of the bat, slow roller. It's Pickens, takes it herself. Did she get there in time? She did. She's slow to get up, but she's okay. 3rd out for Ole Miss. What we thought would be an RBI double to put OU up 2-0 on Ole Miss was taken off the board. Still 1-0 Sooners at Oxford.
I mean, you know, it's just so weak, man. It's so weak. Again, if it's clearly you've left early and it's giving you an advantage, okay, fine, obviously. But you're basically just admitting we can't hang, so we're going to try to take as many runs away that we can. It's just weak. I would love to be good at bouldering or climbing, man. That's one thing I would love to get into. Have y'all ever watched, if y'all like climbing and bouldering, I watched a documentary, dude, that like changed my life. It's crazy too, because I'm not a climber, but it was called Valley of the, hold on a second, let me see. Valley Uprising. I don't know if y'all want to see one of the coolest documentaries you've ever seen. Go look at Valley Uprising. It's the history of rock climbing in the United States, and it is flipping awesome. It's all about Yosemite. It's amazing. It makes me feel like I really missed out not being a part of that.
Yes. Forecast. You do it and just not wait for the call. This is called amateur hour. But also, Patty Gasso has some comments about my handwriting. Yesterday, too, we were with Mason Atkins, our producer, and she said, how do you read something this small? And
You can't.
I said, you know what, Coach? I do what I can.
Really?
But
amazing,
it was
man.
interesting, too, because
I'm jealous.
She brought that up. And
it's immaculate. Your handwriting
Yosemite
is, but even
seems
I struggle
religious to me.
Well, as Ryan Starr
Feels like you would be affected like religion in your life.
You have a system.
Going
you
to
have a system.
Yosemite.
I get it.
I have a system. As Starr takes the ball. Well, I shared a story with her yesterday, and I said, it's funny you bring that up because everybody brings up and makes fun of me for how small my handwriting
But
is.
making fun of you. I love your organization. It is.
As someone who's always the butt of the joke. But I shared with her there was a comment that was made to me back when I was in 7th grade that I write small because my brain's small. And Patty Gasso lost it.
Who was mean to you?
She thought it was the funniest thing. As Ryan Starr lays it down foul. 2-2. But she said, from here on out, she said, look where you are. You're talking to me in this beautiful stadium.
I
doing
believe
SEC
it, man.
softball.
I believe it.
Coach Castro said, you should call that person up and tell them that I
Seems
said
like it would be
you are in a
spiritual.
great position where you are. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to put that on a
Like
resume.
one big
should.
moving meditation.
I mean, that's quite the compliment coming from Patty Gasso.
Star fouls it off right side, but it hits that netting. And Emerling can't make the catch. So Star stays alive at the plate, 2-2. But of course,
You know, I didn't think about that. I could
yesterday,
repel.
Mr. Mason looked at me and he goes, you know, we're telling that story.
Damn, I didn't
later,
even
right?"
think about that.
And I said, okay,
No.
Holy shit, you just
reluctantly.
really made me excited.
Star rips it foul.
Because you can walk up the back end of
We're
Half
good at
Dome
that
and
here.
El Capitan. You can walk up, you can hike up to the top and rappel off the front, right?
And of course, shout out to Oklahoma SID Brock Borgeson for putting that together for us too. Coach Gasso was so much fun to talk
I mean,
to
not that I'm
yesterday.
going to rappel off a
We're looking
fucking
forward to a
Half Dome
great
or.
and tremendous series.
But my point is, you could do that. If you're not good at climbing up, you could at least rappel down and
Comes
get
to
the
Star.
views, right?
who's at the plate for the first time since March the 3rd. In the doubleheader against UT Martin.
I just want the view.
Just 6
I want to be up
at-bats to
there.
go this season.
I can't. that seems amazing to me.
Low and away. Ball 4. And Ole Miss gets some speed on the base pass and Ryan Starr. And Taylor Malvin at the plate, who's been that leadoff hitter for Ole Miss. But Carly, we talked about her in that 9 spot back in the first inning. Again, she kind of serves as that 9-spot leadoff hitter that Coach Traxel likes to utilize.
I think the narrative that your lineup gets, you know, whether it's stronger or weaker when it comes to like the deeper part of it, is no longer a narrative anymore. Some of the
What
toughest
is the
hitters
cable
you're gonna
height?
see, some of the toughest.
Where you like
toughest
attach
batters
in or
going
something,
up
so
are
because
gonna
it's
come in
like
that 7, 8, 9 holes
easy to
because of
fall or
how-
something.
How things shake out. You know, you expect that your
What up,
when
Sean
your
James is in the
top 4
house.
hitters get at least maybe one more at bat than the others, but that's no longer the narrative these days.
Foul ball, and the throw is off
Oh,
the helmet of
damn
Malvin into right. From Wells, the catcher, she's got a cannon behind home plate.
Yeah, I mean that was smoked.
There's no way that felt good if you're
No.
Malvin. There's no way this feels good.
Malvin looks like it didn't even happen. You know, like it didn't even shake her at all. It just shot right off of the back of her helmet.
Jamie
That would be
Traxel
funny.
getting an explanation from Jim Cooper, our home plate umpire, about that bunt being foul. No, she just steps right in there like nothing happened.
No.
Ryan Starr's got to be careful at first base because Kendall Wells has gunned out some runners before that have been too far off the bases. 2-1. Bunted in the air. Wells tracks it down, makes the catch.
Oh, oh!
First, and Starr's back in time.
Dang.
A disastrous attempt there by Malvin. And again, the senior that you just don't expect that from.
You don't, especially after having kind of like taken that literally.
Oh,
the ball
dude,
to
that
the head
sounds
just then.
amazing.
You'd think that you'd kind of get up there with a
So
little
when
bit more
I-
determination,
when
a
I,
little more
uh,
grit, and especially like you said, being a senior, you
For
know your job.
exercise-
Your job is to get the ball into the dirt down so that you can
On the
create something.
weekends, I
And when you
do
don't do that, that's tough to
13,
do.
14 mile,
Certified small ball
you
player,
know,
just a
walks.
slapper, and
Walk
that
slash
first
jog.
game.
Do a little bit of jogging in there. Do a lot of
Back
do a
topside
lot
to
of
Kennedy bunker, struck out swinging back
high
in the first
paced
inning.
walking. So that
Patrick
cable
Lowry inside
sounds
the circle
amazing.
for
I guess
a
it'll
home
be a
run.
lot harder, obviously, than what I do. There's some elevation in what I
Allowed one
hike.
single.
I mean, what I
First
walk
walk
on the
this inning.
weekends, but
Star was on the move,
Um,
but it's a foul ball. 1-1.
I could do this. I want to do
Day to
this.
bring out the pups.
Maybe we need to get an outlaw posse trip to Yosemite and go do this
Weekend for sophomore and
cable hike, man.
Oklahoma's first trip to the Mid-South.
What about that? What if we did a half dome cable hike and outlaw posse half dome cable hike?
Homered earlier this week against
Shit
Louisiana
sounds
Tech.
amazing.
Solo home run in the third. She pops up behind home
I
plate.
just want to see the big walls of
needed.
granite
just win for Ole Miss. Sometimes those midweeks can do that for a team, build some momentum after.
Well, the problem is I can't
Just give
jog
you an opportunity to work
the
on some
long
things when you
distances
feel
that I
like,
used to
you
be
can't
able
really-
to. I can
you
still
can't
jog a
punch it
little
in.
bit, but if I jog
These next few
long,
weeks are
long
gonna be tough for Ole
distances,
Miss. I think that
my
those
knees will just be
midweek
shot for a
games are
week.
Crucial.
But if I do a lot of walking in between, so like I'll jog for a minute and walk for 2
To be
minutes,
eligible for the NCAA tournament, you have to be over.
and I'll do that
500
for
overall record.
anywhere from 6, 7 miles to
Something Ole
13,
Miss wants to be
14
eligible
miles.
for the postseason.
That's right. See, Grizzle's in. See this? We can get this
Strike,
going,
great
man.
call.
I'm
Audrey
down for a
Lowry
life-changing
hits the
event
outside corner.
up in the
Strikeout number
granite
3.
walls of
2 against Butler
Yosemite,
now
man.
today.
That was just a fantastic pitch right there, and I don't think it looked kind of almost like a backdoor, except she's a lefty.
I want to do it.
It almost kind of floated in towards the plate and kind of sat back out, which makes it just a tough pitch to hit.
I'm going to do this.
Mackenzie Pickens pops up the first pitch she sees, and it's Wells. Comes out, makes the catch. And Ole Miss strands their second base runner in this ballgame, down 1-0 to Oklahoma. We go to the fourth in Oxford.
So how much upper body strength do you need for that cable hike? What's up, Mr. John is in the house. Howard said, the hell with that hiking. He's done. Howard is out on hiking. John, how you doing today? Good to see you. We got 115 people up in the chat. We are currently sitting at, let me see where we're at. Let's see where we are here. We are at 62 likes. That's not bad. If we could get to 75, 80 likes, man, I'd be feeling great. And if anyone in the chat has not subscribed to the channel, we're trying to get to 10,000. We try to bring you sports that you're not easily or sometimes aren't easy to get. So, and provide you a community to have a little fun while you're watching the game. A lot of times I have the game on, and I also have one of these going so I can bullshit with people while I'm watching the game. I can't be the only person in the world doing that. That's got to be what a lot of people do. So think of us as your let's talk smack community, if nothing else. Maybe bring you some form of entertainment. If for nothing else, maybe you're just laughing at us. Then that's fine. That's okay. I approach this thing like this. Nobody's ever going to watch me. Nobody wants to see me, right? And I'm fine. I get that. So we could say and do whatever the hell we want. Nobody's going to see this. Heath, don't do that now. Don't be a downer, Heath. We can talk softball. What do you want to talk? You gotta get it going, Heath. Start us up, dog. We can talk all the softball you want, man. I love OU softball.
For again an Oklahoma offense that hits 450.
All right, Bella, who has,
averaging nearly 13 runs per game. Just one hit so
Bella's
far.
been pretty damn good all year, man. I thought she was going to possibly fall off. I got to see what her last few at-bats are like. I feel like she's had a couple of more strikeouts than usual, but I might be making that up in my head. What's up, Big Orange?
6 1/3 scoreless innings against the Sooners back in 2023. No wonder why Jamie Trexel went with 8.
Now we got our Tennessee brethren in the house. What's happening, Big Orange?
Boyer's also been prone to allowing home runs, and that's something Oklahoma's really good at.
It's not foreign for them, no.
Well, Heath, here's the most important thing. Did you miss the whole last inning?
That's insane. That number alone is just, that's
I bet you
mind-blowing
didn't.
to have that many home runs this early in your season, knowing you still have how many more weeks left of softball. That number could, potentially double.
Swing and a miss.
See, I feel like there's been a little more of that lately from Bella. A little more of that.
Those in powder blue cheer for that.
I know she struggled a little bit here out on the mound in the last 3 innings or so with the walks, but I mean, this is exactly the type of adjustments.
I know
think
you
you should
did it,
expect
man.
out of your, Tenured senior pitcher.
What's up, Kyle Burris from Arizona?
Talked about
Good
the
to have you
runs
in the
the
chat.
Sooners have. They've hit 33 more than the number 2 team in the country, UCLA.
I know we got our, again, JYK is our resident international viewer. How many other
162
international
games
viewers do we have?
seemingly without being shut out.
Ella Sweet Baby Parker fouls one off. Smoothest swinging softball, in my opinion. Ella looks like Ken Griffey Jr. out there.
Sooners are hitting 452 as a team. Oklahoma's program record is 405.
I'm with you on the R&R there, Big Orange.
Parker takes inside.
Ella would just,
The Sooners also set the
Ella and
NCAA
Cassidy
single-season
both
runs record with 638
great
back in
plate
2021.
discipline, just great
They've already
discipline.
scored. Now you can make it 402 this year.
2-1 pitch is on the way. And Ella launches it.
Blasted high and deep to right center.
See ya!
This ball is gone.
That is Ella's 15th home run of the season. If that doesn't look like Ken Griffey Jr., then you don't know what Ken Griffey Jr. looks like.
Number 120.
That's all I'm saying.
26 was a no-doubter by Ella Parker.
Yeah, you wanna check that one for leaving early? Oh wait, look, that's Ken Griffey, man.
No chance that was staying in the field.
That's what I'm saying, Howard.
It was a sky.
You want to challenge the leaving early on that? Oh, you can.
Right center.
It's 2-0.
I mean, they really are adding another meaning to Boomer Sooner this year.
120. I mean, it's what you expect from Patty Gasso. I mean, she'll talk about
Zing.
her offense and her defense.
Is that Zinn, Oklahoma? Zinn, Oklahoma?
Equally on both, but I mean, she.
Yeah, that's Griffey all day long. He
offense isn't this strong. They won't be.
Now here's
they're not
Kai.
as good.
Kai Minor fouls it off. Her foot takes a moment.
Kai going down the base path is simply riding the lightning, and I ain't talking Metallica.
I mean, they're on pace for nearly 700 runs scored this year.
It's almost unfair. How?
What's
They've hit a
up,
home
Lori?
run in all but one game now this year. They've hit 2 or more home runs in 28 of 31. And Minor muscles this
That's
out
deep.
to left. It's
Yep.
a fair ball.
That's in.
The speedster hustles into second base.
Yep.
That's not a stand-up double for just anybody.
No, it's
Again,
not.
like I said,
43rd
a
hit
trip with
this
Kai
year
around the
for
base
Kai
path
Minor.
is riding the lightning, and I
seventh
ain't
double.
talking Metallica songs. We're talking straight speed, baby.
Ilana Agbayani, 0 for 1 today, steps up. Native of Hawaii. And she hacks the first
Warren
pitch.
may have something that the same name, but Metallica definitely has a ride the lightning. She
Second
is so
season with
fast, man.
Oklahoma. Began her
She's
career
so
at BYU.
Deceivingly
West Coast
fast.
Conference Defensive Player of the Year back in 2023. She sends a loop to left. And a catch is made by Ole Miss's Applin. 2 away. And that brings up Sydney Barker.
I don't know. Is my girl not in the lineup
Mentioned Barker
today?
stepping
I
up in
haven't
that
seen
third base
Alyssa.
position for Nellie McEnroe Marinas, who's out for the year. Tore ACL against Southeastern Louisiana to begin this month. And Barker waits at the first pitch.
Sean, I was just
She lost 2 for Oklahoma.
I was just saying that watching
Marinas.
Kai run around the base path is like,
First team
riding the
LSCC
lightning.
honoree last
And I-
year,
and I said, I'm
61
not talking
games,
about
hit
Metallica
339,
songs.
nearly 70 hits.
that's how the ride the lightning got introduced into the
That was her first year back after having the redshirt back in 2024 due to injury. What a comeback story.
Alyssa Parker is my woman, Lori. I'm sorry.
Who's back in Norman.
She's not fully aware. Fair point for anyone wondering.
Here's the 0-2.
But it's gonna happen.
To Barker.
I know it. She doesn't know it yet, but it's okay. It's okay. I fully believe in it. Big Orange knows what I'm talking about.
Aycock's 1-2. Swing and a miss. 2 Ks this afternoon for Aycock, all coming this inning in the fourth, but Oklahoma gets another on the board.
It doesn't help before Sweet Baby puts up number 15.
Sooners right now in the driver's seat,
Kinsey, if you will.
Win in this 3-game series.
Lori, JYK has stepped in and said, you can absolutely be his girl. We had a great run. We did. We will always have the memories. But Alyssa and I, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. Alyssa she's special. Starbucks. Lori loves her Starbucks. Lori loves her some Starbucks. Lori, what is the go-to when you go to Starbucks? I got to imagine you've got a menu that suits different moods and different needs, right? No, she's not. She's an adult. Again, like I said, she doesn't know. She's not, she'll find out. But anyway, Lori, more importantly, what is your go-to at Starbucks? Shaking espresso, no matter what. Late at night, we're getting that jolt of caffeine right to the jugular. Shaking espresso. How many extra shots? I got to imagine there's extra shots and you're shaking espresso.
Degrees on a gorgeous Saturday for softball. Game 1 of our 3-game series between Ole Miss and Oklahoma. Enjoying the sun out in the outfield as well.
5 shots. Holy shit.
Fans of all ages.
So when you said shaking espresso, you meant
Oklahoma, 8-time national champs.
Shaking espresso.
Women's College World Series last year.
Jermaine, back off, dog.
Still in it, even though they're down 2-0.
What's up, man?
Right now,
we don't need to have no trouble, man.
With their single back in the first inning.
Just back off. It's all love, but back off.
Most consistent hitter at the plate, Percy Yamas, on that Women's College World Series team from last year. Jamie Traxel saying that Yamas just looks like she never sweats. She's just so even-keeled in that batter's box. How important is that slow pulse, especially as a young player?
I think it's one of the most important attributes that you can ask out of these calibered players. I mean, if you can get up there and not be able to show any emotion, not allow, body language to kind of give off.
All right, Audrey, let's go, baby. 2-1 to count.
1, Stellar is a leader. And then 2, only possible for you.
Audrey's, this is when you can tell Audrey's struggling a little bit. She's now falling behind in the count. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Is being told to them and also being able to use and utilize those things.
All right, we got a little blooper to short.
To Garcia, the shortstop, and 1 away.
Abby, easy work for Abby Garcia. Easy work for Abby Garcia. Let's see if Audrey can start ahead of the.
In front of her, Percy Yamas helped a lot in the fall. Maddie George even told us back in the preseason she went through a lot of failure in the fall. It was an adjustment period for her.
Zen,
fall your freshman year.
I don't think you really want us to answer that question.
Without a doubt.
I think so. I mean, I think it's one of the toughest falls because when you're younger.
All right, Audrey's starting ahead here.
When you're a freshman and sophomore in high school, once you get to those junior
0
senior
balls,
years,
1
you're
strike
kind of,
on the
you know,
batter.
you're at the best here when it comes to that, and then you come in
Follows it
into
up by
college as a
low and
freshman, and you kind of have
inside
to
for
refine all those
1-1.
things, start over, and also be willing to be a part of the puzzle. And you have to be able to kind
No.
of be like shapeful, you know, being able to kind of like a chameleon almost, you know.
No, I'm clearly joking.
Yeah, I mean, and like a real sponge, I feel like too, you know, being able to take the information, because you know, you come in on a hiatus that, you know, like, I've been chosen, I've been picked, I'm here, and then you're going to get told quite a bit that like that's not enough, that you have to make adjustments.
Ah, very nice. At the warning track.
Makes the catch.
Sweet baby makes the catch.
George just missed.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh, Z in Oklahoma. My bad.
For the Rebels, who are putting the bat on the ball. It's just Oklahoma. And Audrey Lowry,
That makes total sense.
Do a lot of the work for him today.
Don't I
think
feel
that's
like
something that
quite
Ole
the
Miss should emulate
dumbass?
too. I mean, I think it's been a drastic difference here between, you know, Ole Miss's defense versus Oklahoma's defense. She's not throwing near as many pitches. Which
But
also
Sean,
makes her
no
favorable for
Epstein.
Sunday.
There's
She
no
gets to come in
Epstein.
tomorrow.
Killer Breeze ain't on no Epstein list
and she'll be
nowhere. I
utilized
can
on
promise
Monday,
you
too.
that.
Going up against Taylor Roman, who's played in 18 straight games coming into today, so make this number 19.
All right,
Longest
6
stretch
home
of
runs
60
on the
games
batter
in Roman's
here.
Career.
Man, Audrey has done a good job of getting that first strike.
Riddled with injuries all throughout her time at Louisiana and Ole Miss.
Ella
last
can
year.
play outfield, JYK. A lot of
2
people
in a Rebels uniform.
don't think she's. A lot of people
Sends
don't
it to
understand
center.
why
Meyer
she's starting,
runs in and makes the catch. And Audrey Lowry
but
is pitching
she's a hell of an
dandy so
athlete,
far in
man.
Hartford.
She's deceivingly fast. Thank you, Heath. Thank you, Heath. You believe? That's awesome, man. You just made me very happy. You believe in me. Thank you, man. But Ella is an excellent outfielder. Ella is just a great athlete to start off with, but she's deceivingly fast. And, you know, man, she's been solid. I can't even really think. I think when she first started, BR fam, what up? I think when she first started, the first game or two, if I remember correctly, it might have been a little just, I mean, again, she was just getting her feet under her because she hadn't been playing on the field. But overall, she's been fine. And obviously, you know, we got so many bats we're trying to get into the lineup at in any game. We're trying to keep talent on roster retention after this year. I got to imagine is going to be an effing nightmare for Oklahoma softball. They've got so many great players, particularly on offense. And here's the thing. Patty Gasso's rule is you have to have the defense first, and then the best offense of the excellent defenders are the ones that play. So if you're in the lineup, it means you have great defense and your offense is good. So how do you got all these great bats who clearly are good defenders also, and how do you keep some of them from not leaving? I don't know what they're going to do because they're not losing anyone except Bella, I think.
Right now against a team in Oklahoma that leads the nation in 9 offensive categories. I know we're not in the business for moral victories, but all things considered, 2-0 right now at this point in the game. Kyra Acock's been good for Ole Miss, pitched out of jams.
That's a good point, JYK.
Oklahoma's offense too has been not as loud as the stats say.
No, I don't think so. I think
Lori,
she's
I don't know.
Today. I think she's struggled a little bit with finding the zone and really kind of hammering.
I don't know. For
But
some
also feel
reason, I
like,
thought
you
some
know,
of that
the
was
score doesn't
already
lie. She's
decided, but
only
maybe
allowed
not.
2 runs on 3 hits. Back to the conversation we had talked
I should
about
know
earlier,
off the top of
knowing
my
that
head,
these
but I
girls are gonna
don't.
hit good pitches. They're going to put the ball into play, and some of them are going to be unavoidable runs put on the board.
Acock allowed 3 runs in 6 innings at
No,
Texas last weekend.
picking Sweet Baby or juniors, man.
4 earned runs. Abby Dayton leads off and takes the first pitch strike. RBI fielder's choice from Abby Dayton put Oklahoma on top.
Pick
in
and
the
Sweet
second.
Baby Juniors.
Ella
They were
Parker.
freshmen on that last national
Skyscraper
championship
out to
team, which was 2
right-
years
right
ago.
Center.
There we go.
There's up 2-0 as Dayton takes an HBP.
That's what I'm worried about, JYK.
For the Sooners in this 5th inning.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
I think if anything, this is where you want the most improvements from Ole Miss's defense. You know, in the circle, they've got to learn to be just a little bit tighter here if you want to give your team a chance and an
One
opportunity
second.
at a win. I mean, even just up 2-0, the hard part is there's so many free bags that are being given.
Cassidy Pickering takes low and away. Top of the order, 0 for 2 today. On a 10-game hit streak right now. RBI 2 for in 6 straight games. Pickering's also on a 29-game on base streak.
That's incredible. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, you know why she's DHing.
Yeah. 2 groundouts today for her, though.
Howard's calling a shot.
I think if you have any takeaways,
Russell
today,
Neese.
if you're Kyra in the circle, is your ability to kind of keep some of these girls off of the bases that you.
We've
you
got
know,
122
used to
people
seeing.
up in the chat. We're almost to 80 likes. Let's get it to 100.
If you have any takeaways
Let's bump
from
it to
this,
100 if y'all can. That really helps us, moves the needle a lot.
This is the zone, 3-1.
Right now, we got 103 on YouTube and 20 on X. Please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you're feeling generous. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs.
Other hitters.
And if you like watching this kind of
But pitching from
content, we're going to
behind
bring
quite
it
a
to you
bit
all
today.
year, and your subscriptions to the channel help a lot.
3-2.
And y'all have been great all year long. Every time we've asked, y'all have responded. Thank you very much. We appreciate it a lot.
And fouled off. Pickering, of course, a junior, being looked at as a leader. Coach Gasso saying that she hears Pickering, hears her teaching.
Don't
talking.
forget about Gabby.
And when her and Ella Parker talk, the rest of the team listens. Gosh, that's respect. Hack and miss, strike 3. Runners on the move to second base, and Dayton's there safely. Just the 3rd time all season, or 10th time.
The
rather, that
Outlaw's
Pickering was
daughter is
struck out.
getting married.
again with the small takeaways, you know, I mean, being able to keep a batter like her off of the bases and without an opportunity to kind of score through is a momentum you hope she continues.
That's a rare instance where KP swung at a bad pitch.
Kendall Wells takes low. Not only does she lead the SEC in homers, but also total bases with 106. She's second in the SEC, fifth in the country in RBIs. With 47, she's just on a tear to begin her collegiate career. In front of that pitch, 1-1. Reached on an error back in the third, but then left early on a Gabby Garcia double. She came around to score. And then Jamie Traxel appealed that Wells left early, and video evidence showed she did. Gets a piece of it, 1-2.
Thank you there, Wes. Quit crying you lost. It's been a surprisingly quiet day. I've only seen this one or two other times from this team all season long so far.
No wonder why this team's on pace to reach
Great hat, by the way,
runs
Wes.
this year.
Great hat. Russell Neese appreciates your hat.
1-2.
Russell, tell Wes how much I know you appreciate this man's hat.
And that wind
That
is
looks like a
gusting out
Tom
today
Mix
for
special
Kendall
right
Wells
there.
out to left field. Not as strong as the 40-mile-an-hour gust last week in Norman.
I mean
but,
that
yeah, that'll do.
with the utmost respect, Wes.
Fights it off, still 1-2. I mean,
This is tough. I mean, like that pitch alone right there, she knew if she didn't swing on that she wasn't, I mean, she was going to probably get called for that. But I mean, just driving the count so deep right now, I think has been key for Oklahoma.
Patty Gasso saying
That's
about
fact.
Kendall Wells that she is something new. She hits this high.
There
deep
it
right
goes.
center. It's got a chance.
Goodbye,
It's
Kendall
gone.
Wells. 23 on the year, leading the country in home runs. This true freshman
And Wells
phenom.
touches down
Kendall
on home
Wells.
plate to a welcome party of crimson and cream.
I got 5
The
on it.
freshman's 23rd this
What's
year.
up, my dude?
I was wondering when we were going to see this out of Wells. I didn't know it'd be in the 5th inning. I thought it might come a little bit sooner. I mean, she's just a tough player. She's offensively, she's been stellar for them. Defensively, she's been incredible too.
That's what we like to see.
And again, you know, Coach
I
Trash is
am
saying
sooner.
like, you have to expect that this is going to happen. You're not going to
What's
walk out of this
up?
game without giving up a home run when you, what is this, 121 now?
Gabby Garcia.
Good eye,
now
Gabby.
played.
Good eye. Let's see if Gabby can just
Wells
pour it
has
on
now
right here.
7
Look,
away
Gabby
from
looks.
the NCAA record.
Gabby looks like
set
she
by
knows.
Jocelyn Allo,
She knows. We're gonna
who
go
hit
back
30.
to back.
Oklahoma's single season record is 34. And the NCAA's is 37. And Wells is 23. Sometimes in SEC play, those numbers can slow,
Yeah.
but she ain't slowing down.
No, not at all.
But she's so good at other things too. It's Garcia's 2-0
Oh!
ripped up the middle into center, down in front of Malvin, and Garcia's on with her first hit today. But back to that Wells at bat. You
Is
talked
this
about it,
where
too, how she fought
Oklahoma
off a lot of those pitches
Might
up and
have
away,
something going
up
here.
and
Is this
away.
where Oklahoma separates
And
themselves?
she just waits for her pitch and crushes it. I mean, that's not a freshman at bat.
No, her patience at the plate, you know, screams more like a junior, somebody who's been around for a couple of years, has learned from others on the team. But you talk about stepping into some shoes and really being able to fill them. I mean, was lights out for them.
Nancy Evans out to have a chat with Kyra Aycock.
That's-
now 2 home runs. in
That's
this ball game
just
to
nothing but
nation's
crimson
leading
blood
home run
running in
hitters.
that man's veins right there.
Now through 4 1/3, she threw.
That's that crimson
6
blood
1/3
running in
scoreless
Wes
innings against
Burton's
Oklahoma
veins.
back
Yes,
when
sir.
Aycock was at Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
And in her decision to come to Ole Miss, she highlighted her relationship with Nancy Evans as a big reason why Coach Evans, too, a prominent player and coach,
We are up to
knows
126
a
in
thing
the
or two
chat.
about winning as well.
104 on YouTube and 22 on Twitter.
And Jamie Traxel now out to
Hit
chat
that
with Jim Cooper,
subscribe
our
button
home
if
plate
you haven't
umpire.
already.
And
It really
Coach
helps us
Traxel
out, and we
is
really
going to make
appreciate
a
it.
change
It only takes a second, doesn't cost anything,
inside the circle.
and it helps us out a lot.
It's Grayson Jordan out to the circle now for Ole Miss. We'll tell you about her when we come back.
Yeah, let's face it, we've seen it a lot. I mean, it's not being cocky; it's being realistic, man. I mean, how many times have we seen it also with 2 outs? Thank you, Lori. Yes, hit that like. But how many times have we seen Oklahoma with 2 outs pour it on? You know what I'm saying? Pretty great. Pretty great. That's right. I got 5 on it. Sunshine. Well, we're just so glad to see you, Sunshine. Dan, yes, right. She hit a pop-up and bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hello, ball, and bye-bye. Z in there you go. Z in Oklahoma said he fixed his name. Yeehaw. Robert, Wells is going to be, barring injury, Wells is going to be better than Allo. I mean, that's what it's going to be. barring injury. The pace that she's on is ridiculous.
To the caliber that they're going to face from here on out.
Isabella Emmerling is at the plate.
Thank you, Oklahoma Rockets.
Traxel not going to Emily Boyer, probably saving her for tomorrow. Same with Lily Witten.
I wasn't thinking about KD
First game of
or
the series, there's still a
Ilana
lot
either.
of weekend left. I mean, I know we're playing on Monday, so.
Diving stop by Starr. The throw is wide at second base. Spills into shallow right. And Garcia's up to third base. Emmerling is safe at first.
I
snag
smell
by
a
Starr.
run
Just
coming.
the throw was a little wide for Pickens.
Do y'all feel it? Y'all feel it coming?
And they give.
Y'all feel that coming?
Let's see. This
Do
is
you
why
feel
Ryan
the heat?
Starr is so good defensively.
Can you
She
feel
would do
that heat?
something if her back could come around.
Feel
But that throw just wide.
Feel my heat.
And that,
What movie
that
is
runner
that from?
advancing to third looked like kind of like a lack
Feel
of
my
punishment
heat.
even
What
in right
movie is
field.
that from? Somebody know.
You don't have the coverage. You kinda
Feel,
take that
feel,
over, get
feel,
that base, and
feel,
get to take the
feel.
advancement.
Feel my heat.
Cheney Helton pinch running at first base for Garcia.
This is another one we're trying to keep at OU. Might lose
Parker.
Cheney.
With the home run, her last at bat,
We could
takes Shine
easily
wide.
lose Cheney.
One 0 pitch.
Sweet baby with a great eye
Really
again. Starts off
Fielder's
2-0.
choice. Now she moves up to second base. It's Helton, rather.
While Cheney steals second.
So now the Sooners have runners on second and third. They caught Ole Miss not paying attention. And she's off the bag at first. They just casually throw back to Jordan, and Helton said, "I'll take second."
Man, that's aggressive.
Yeah, you love that from your Prince runner, huh?
That is
Yeah.
aggressive.
I mean, you talk about execution, though. I feel like the rhythm is obviously on Oklahoma's side at the moment, but like they've not let up on any of the pressure. I feel like they've been pressing and they've been pushing at every pitch. You can't take a second off.
On the ground, diving stop for Pickens from the seat of her pants. She can't throw. Ella Parker out. Run comes in. And Oklahoma is up 5-0 on a 3 spot here in this 5th inning with the opportunity to do more damage.
Well, okay. You got to watch the movie, and then you'll think it's probably not that bad of a
And it all
rendition.
started with a leadoff
But it
hit
comes
by pitch
from
by Abby
Boogie
Dayton in
Nights.
the 9 spot.
Mark
Kendall
Mark
Wells
Wahlberg and
with a
John C.
2-run
Reilly.
homer. And the Sooners have a chance to pile on more runs here with Kai Minor at the plate.
All right, runners on the corners, and here we've got Ride the Lightning, Kai Minor,
They give Parker the single
and we ain't talking Metallica songs.
and her second RBI today.
Let's see what Kai can do here. I wouldn't be
Double for
surprised if
Minor, her
Patty
last time
does
up,
like
back
a
in the
double
fourth.
steal, hit and
Check
run.
swing back to Jordan, and she goes to first for out number 2.
Shit.
Big second out for Ole Miss there. Runners, though, on second and third for Oklahoma.
We need to
Jordan, you're just trying to limit the damage.
You have to. You have to. She's come in a tough position.
That's right,
This
Sam.
is not easy. It's not easy to do. And with the lack of experience, she's only thrown in a handful of games.
that's what it's from.
It's hard to say that this is a growing moment, but it is also, a
That's
true
right.
testament to
See, Sam, I knew
how she's
somebody
able
had to
answer
get
back,
it.
how she's able to make some adjustments.
I love that was a joke
This is only
with
her
me and my
5th
brothers
outing
for a
all
long. It
time
still
inside
is
the
actually.
circle, and it's against number 4 Oklahoma. And a pinch hitter coming up
Michael, it's not a
Oklahoma, Lexi
porno, no.
McDaniel, freshman
It's about
from St. Joseph, Missouri.
it. The
This is
movie
game number
plot is
29
about
for her.
making pornos, but they don't really show that. Nope.
And first pitch strike.
The nudity is not really
She's
different than any other
28 for
nudity you've seen in
56
any
at the plate,
movie
hitting
with nudity.
500.
You know?
Even off the bench,
Even-
they're hitting 500.
It's like 500 seems to be their number.
Oklahoma leading the nation in team batting average. McDaniel homered in her second career game at Arizona. And a game time.
All right,
pinch hit
Lexi,
double
here's one of
against
our
Long Beach
fab
State.
Phenom freshmen,
1 for 3 last weekend against Auburn.
Kendall,
in 2
Alyssa,
games.
Lexi,
Two
and
of those
Kai.
They've been hitting 500 with runners.
Oh,
in scoring
get out of
position this
here.
year.
That's not a strike.
Down on the count, 1 and 2. Two
That's not
outs.
a
Already
strike.
3 runs across for Oklahoma in this fifth. Got her. Oh,
Sunshine,
Foul
I
ball.
would imagine. You know,
Almost
usually the
thought that
problem
was
with the
strike
phone
three.
thing is this. If
I
the
think what we are seeing from Jordan
the
is a ton of
audio might be
movement. So, I mean,
bad.
I think even when they are making connection here,
so if the audio
they're
is
really
bad,
gonna have to
it,
sit and wait on this pitch.
probably have to
travel
cut it
all
off.
the way into the batter's box before they can make any hard,
Um,
solid contact.
but we can
now
try
she
it.
got her swinging. Didn't make contact
Totally
that time.
try it.
3 runs across for Oklahoma and a 5-0 lead. And Kendall Wells, watch this. The freshman's 23rd home run in 2026.
Well, that is a little disappointing. I wanted to put some more runs on the board. Yeah, I got 5 on it. I'm disappointed too. Very disappointed. I answered her, Howard. I'm disappointed too, man. No, you can try it. It doesn't hurt to try. Here, you want the link? Here's Sunshine. Here is the link. The refs are always suspect against OU. It's just always been my entire life. And I know. If there's anyone that aren't OU fans in the chat, you're just going to say, oh, you're just saying that. But, man, it's real OU hate. For some reason, there's like a resentment that such a powerhouse of football could come out of the state of Oklahoma, which is offensive. But it's always been like that. It's crazy to me. And we're on our way back, baby. This Brent Venables, Jim Nagy thing is going to work out. I have a feeling Roger Denny is the real deal. And you just wait, man. It's about to happen. The drought is about
Audrey
to
Lowry
end.
still inside the circle.
And it
for
might just end in a
Oklahoma.
flood. That's all I'm saying. It might just
However,
end
these
in a
two
flood.
teams faced off in the 2016 NCAA Super Regionals. Sooners won both games in Norman. Reasoner way out in front, 1-1. And that meeting in Houston, Oklahoma won 11-8.
All right, let's see if Audrey can keep the shutout going.
Two and one to Reasoner. He's third on Ole Miss in hits and fourth in RBIs. Scorches it up the middle, base hit. Ole Miss's second hit against Lowry today.
Shit.
Who's pitched a dandy, Lowry.
Phil, are you a Bama fan?
Strikeouts. She's only walked a batter. And again, that's her
Are
second
you
hit today.
from
She's
the
not
other
about- I
Crimson
think
Nation?
Looking at the numbers now, she's
The two Crimson
about half the
Nations,
amount of pitches
Alabama
that
and
the pitching staff
Oklahoma. Are
threw
you an
back
Alabama
today.
fan?
I mean, she's just done a fantastic job.
Tennessee
This is
lost the
Lana
second
Applin.
game of the series.
Strike one.
Was Rothrock
good
pitching
day.
again today?
She allowed 5 earned runs in game 1 in that series against Auburn. Season high for her. Bounced back the next day in 4 innings. Struck out 4, walked just 1, allowed 2 earned runs.
Was Rothrock pitching for Florida today?
OU outscored Auburn 25-2 in the 2 games that Lowry pitched. Applin fouls it off. Applin came to Ole Miss with a very long resume at the D2 level. She's a D2 All-American from Angelo State. First team All-American by the NFCA last
I wonder
year.
who that
D2
was.
CCA,
I don't know.
third-team
I need to get
All-American
on
as
there and
well.
see the staff.
2-2.
I think that's
Started
coming,
with
Holy
15
Lions.
for
That's my
Applin.
point.
She's 1 for 6.
I think it's
Making
coming.
1 for 7 with her at bat earlier in conference play. Weekly chopped right side. Second baseman Agbayani
All right.
gets Applin.
Get the
Reasoner
first out of
saving
the inning
second.
there. Runner advances to second base, so we got a runner in scoring position for Ole Miss. Bottom
That
of the
brings
fifth
up
here.
Ryan Starr.
Ole Miss threatening to break the shutout.
Ryan Starr's mainly been used as a pinch runner this season. Last year she was starting defensively and
Pickens
offensively.
gave up
but
back-to-back
the
home
bat just
runs to
wasn't
lose the
coming around.
game. Was it in the last inning
Ole Miss felt they had some hitters
to
that
lose?
were just more consistent than she was. Lost her
JYK,
spot.
did Pickens give up
the
back-to-back
field.
home runs to lose the game? Is that how the
Traxel
game
still
ended?
used her though as a pinch runner
On back-to-back home runs?
and defense late in games. She was
Because
a constant
even though
though in
she
the lineup
won the
back in
game in relief
2024.
yesterday, she was having a problem finding the
London
strike zone.
Started in 58 games. Jamie
She
Traxel
was
won her
low a
defense.
lot.
She transferred in from
She
Syracuse.
was really having a problem. Florida gave her a lot of outs that she didn't earn.
1-2, 2-2. Sometimes though, Carly, it can be hard when you're an everyday player and then things go the way that they do. For Ryan last year, loses her spot. They're just more consistent at bats.
Yeah, well, listen,
It
that's
is,
a
and I
fair
think, you know,
point.
what they've-
Oklahoma
it's
has to
been
win a
constant
playoff
chatter
game
around her,
before
and
they
her
can say
defense is so
Jack
strong.
Diddley
And she is.
squad.
I think she's such a utility
We
player.
all
and
know that.
When she's out there on the field, she looks
Spooky
fantastic.
Sooners
Being
got
able to
his
kind of
badge.
get
He's
into
got it
that
up.
and
He's
stuff
got it up.
offensively, I
He's
think that
riding
she's
with the
struggled.
outlaw posse.
But there's also
Now
you know,
Spooky Sooner
it's a
is
testament to the
eligible
player
for
that
the
she is for
Four
not giving
Horsemen
up.
shout out of the
being
day.
able to show back up, you know,
And the
2 years later
comment
and
of
starting
the
right up.
day.
That hits her. Luckily, she's wearing that elbow guard. That would not have felt good. Runners on first and second now for Ole Miss. This is the most trouble that Audrey Lowry's been in today.
It's the most traction that Ole Miss has had on the field offensively today.
And the
Now, I think
Sooners meet
Missouri's
inside
ranked.
the circle. With Taylor Malvin coming up to bat. Down 5-0 to Oklahoma.
Welcome to the
If you're Taylor Malvin,
posse.
you're looking to bounce back after
Spooky Sooner.
trying to lay a bunt down in her first
Welcome
at bat, but she
to
popped it up behind
the
home plate.
posse.
Kendall Wells made the catch near the back wall.
Did I do it right there, Sean?
She can make up for that here with runners on first and second.
The Outlaw Sports Network, OSN. We got 139 people in the
On
chat
Malvin.
tonight, or
Looks at
today.
strike one.
116, 118 in YouTube, 23 on
Barker
Twitter.
at third. Everybody
X,
else
if
pretty
you
much
will.
playing straight up. Although the shortstop Garcia.
Hit that
maybe
like button if you can.
closer
Hit
to
that
the third
subscribe
base
button
bag
if you're
than
feeling
normal.
really generous. It really
Chop
helps
back
us out.
to
with
Lowry.
10,000
Throws to
subs.
first. Got her in time.
He's out. Great play by Audrey.
Will they have our friends in Birmingham take a look at this? They will.
Of course they will.
A challenge from Jamie Traxel.
Of course
She's
they
1 for 1 on
will.
challenges today.
Out at first
Oh, we are up to 104 likes. You all are awesome, man. Thank y'all so much. I really
Morgan
appreciate
Cleveland,
that
first base,
very
coach, too,
much.
for Ole Miss in her
Y'all
first season.
always respond, man, every time.
Here's our
I'm
angle
sure there's going to be some
from high
subscriptions when we're done as well, and I appreciate that in advance. Thank y'all very much.
I don't know. What's your gut reaction here, Carly?
I figured there'd be a challenge on it. I mean, I think at that angle she's out. Also, utilizing the second back there. It was a close call, but I think she's out.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
Ole Miss loses the challenge. Sometimes those are hard. So confirm the 1-3 put out, and that brings up Kennedy Bunker. So with 2 outs, runners on second and third for Ole Miss. Their best opportunity to score runs all day. And Bunker looks at strike 1.
I think if you're Ole Miss, this is exactly where you want the growth to start kind of coming in. You've got to start picking up the opportunities where you have them, especially if they're not going to come as frequently as one may have hoped or have assumed.
It's most base runners 2 today that Ole Miss has had on the base paths. Now tip 1 and 2. Bunker's average with runners in scoring position well up there as well. So it's definitely
all right.
the
Let's see
person
if
you
Audrey
want
can
at
get
the
this
plate
punch
for
out.
Ole Miss.
Let's go, Audrey.
The 1-2. It's in play. Wells calls off Lowry. Throws to first and tied. Ole Miss strands 2 in scoring position.
Check
It was
on
their
that, leave it
best
early.
chance all afternoon. They couldn't bring anybody around. Oklahoma still on top, 5-0
out.
through 5 innings.
All right, Oklahoma preserves the shutout going. Only 2 hits. Did I see that? Was that only 2 hits? Earned hits for Ole Miss? I'll tell y'all a funny story. One day, I was at a friend of mine's wedding in Shreveport, Louisiana. And the bride's family was very good friends with Tim Brando. You know Tim Brando's drunk ass you see on, I mean, man, I don't even know if he's on TV that much anymore. But Tim Brando, a very well-known sports broadcaster in college football, and he was smashed. I mean, he was hit-faced drunk. And he kept, he was in Shreveport, so we were talking about LSU, and he kept talking about old piss. Old piss. There's old Sunshine. So when you see Tim Brando, think about old piss. All right, now, Howard, this is for you, my man. Welcome to the stage. Sunshine. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. What's up, Sunshine? Sunshine, how are you doing? Can you hear us, Sunshine?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
A lot of stuff. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm doing okay.
Nice. Are you with your dad right now?
I can hear you.
Are you at the hospital right now?
Okay.
Sunshine, are you at the hospital
I'm
right
getting a
now?
bad echo. Well, my dad's at the hospital and I'm at home.
Oh, well,
Nah.
so you're not at the hospital. Well, that's good. We hope that your father feels better.
No, I'm at home.
Grayson Jordan back out
We're
inside the
praying
circle
for your
another
dad.
inning
What do you
work
think
to
of the
replace
game so
Tyra
far?
Aycock today.
Yeah.
And first pitch to Sydney Barker from Jordan.
What do you
Well,
think of the game so far,
thank
Sunshine?
you. He's got
Went 4 in the
COPD
third. She
and
allowed 5
congestive
hits.
heart
5
failure.
runs scored, 4 of them were earned.
Oh,
Walked
man.
3, struck out 3.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Jordan last inning
I'm
got
sorry to hear that. Sean, take it
2 outs.
easy,
She
brother.
limited the damage against the Sooners. At 2 on, she inherited 2 of Aycock's base runners. Did allow an RBI single. Ground ball here from Barker gets through to begin this 6th
Did we
inning.
lose Sunshine?
Barker's 22nd hit this year. Just a nice piece of hitting.
Think we
I
might
mean,
have
and I
lost
think
Sunshine.
You're going to expect that a little bit here from Jordan in the circle because she's not throwing as hard. A lot of the velocity that's going to be produced on the behalf of the offense that's playing is going to be all power and all weight. I mean, you're going to see a lot of balls, I think, in the dirt. Ground ball percentage high.
And again, it's just Jordan's 5th appearance ever inside the circle. She only pitched twice in non-conference play against Mercer and UT Martin, an inning each in both those games. UT Martin scored 3 runs off her.
I don't
Against
disagree.
Alabama and at Texas last weekend.
What can I say? But you're stuck with this ugly mug.
Dayton got a piece of that. 1-1. Jordan did not play last year on Ole Miss's Women's College World Series team. First in
Well
program
said,
history.
C. Grizzle. Well said. All right, Oklahoma's got one on the base path here.
Again, Ole Miss
1-1 is the
saving
count.
Emily Boyer and Lily Witten for later on.
Thank
this
you,
series.
JYK. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Spooky, I don't think anyone
Also,
thought
an
you
Ole
were
Miss
being
team
ignorant, dude.
lost
What are you
Patty
talking
Whitman,
about?
Who they had expected to pitch really well for them inside the circle this year to a preseason injury. Upstairs, runners on the move. High throw from Bunker.
She's safe.
Barker is safe.
All right, Barker's in scoring position now with
Oklahoma's
no
taking some
outs.
bases this afternoon. Really causing
Spooky,
some
that's-
chaos on the base paths.
You're in my thoughts too, brother.
Came
That's
into
tough,
today
man. I went
fifth in
through
the
the same
SEC, stolen
thing. It's
bases.
always hard, man.
They're just
Very
aggressive
hard, no
out
matter
there.
what.
I mean, and I think that, Patty's not going to give any
Hopefully,
let
it
up
was
here.
not
I mean,
unexpected.
they're winning 5-0, but the game isn't over. They still
But
have
if
2
it
innings
was,
to work with, and
man,
you're gonna
I'm
watch them be
very
aggressive
sorry for your
over and
loss.
over.
Wow,
A
look at
strike
that.
down the left field line.
Look
from
at
Dayton.
that.
Will easily score Barker. And Dayton's in at second base.
Abby Dayton just smacked the jack
Nobody
out
out
of
in the
that
6th,
ball.
and it's 6-0
Bill
Oklahoma.
Newberry's in the house. Yeah, that's other schools coming after Nagy already.
That was just a
I think
fantastic
Michigan's
push
making
right
a run
there.
at him right now.
There's no better piece of hitting. Than
And
right
he's a
here on the
Michigan
line where it
alum.
tells whether or not you think that it's staying in. Is it foul?
So,
Is it fair? And
yeah,
it
we
didn't
know.
roll all the way to the warning track.
And Percy
We know.
Yamas, that was hit so hard. she
But
had
that's
no
also
chance at
something we've
first base
always
to try to
dealt
make a
with.
play.
You know, everybody likes to joke about
Now it's
Oklahoma, but the funny thing
Cassidy
is, for as
Pickering.
long as I've been an OU fan, every single
Jordan catches
football
the edge for
coach
strike one.
except for one, no, check that,
29
two,
game on base streak in jeopardy this
has
at-bat.
always been on the
It's a
hot
10
list of
game hit
everybody
streak, too.
for their coach. Same thing with our AD.
He's had a hit in all but
So-
6 games this year.
We know what's coming with Nagy. That's all right, Sunshine.
Came into today hitting .506.
When you get your computer,
that average was 13.
when you get
best
to your
in
laptop,
the nation.
we'll do it again.
Tied for best in the SEC. 1-1 misses. How many people are hitting over 500 in late March?
Not usually very many. I mean, but I feel like that's been a
Dell
consistent
looks like a
number here
Sooner
with
you do
Oklahoma
not want
team.
to F with. Dell is bowed
2-1
the
to
F
Pickering.
up. Nice work there, brother.
Abby Dayton with her second RBI today, now standing on second base with her first hit today.
Howard, my bad, dude. I'll back off.
3-1 offerings popped up right side.
Oh,
Percy
damn it.
Yamas.
Oh, that's
Farrell,
fair.
it gets down.
Oh,
Dayton is caught in between second and third. She slides back safely. Pickering, she's in a pickle between first and second base. Yamas.
Oh, they're going to make it.
Reister has no play.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Oh my
did we
God,
just
that
see?
is so awesome. I've never seen such a thing.
Some really, really, really aggressive base running.
Oh wow,
And the
that was
communication between the two of them.
amazing. Holy smoke, man.
And Yamas defensively overruns this, realizes she's got to go back, and it barely falls in play. And if you're
Wow.
Ole Miss, they're trying to regroup defensively.
I mean, as a whole, everybody take a
Wow.
deep breath, kind of figure out where exactly the runners are now. They're at first and second. I mean,
That
watching both
is
of them
amazing.
play with the defense there was just was wow.
That's
And
right,
also
Paula.
solid
What's
communication
going
between
on,
the two of
Paula?
them, not just with Patty. There's nothing that your base coaches can't do much for you there outside of you being able.
Paula
to adjust,
Steiner,
find the
new
ball,
to the
figure out where
chat.
it's
Haven't
at,
seen Paula before.
anticipate.
Welcome there, Paula.
Jamie Traxel coming to have a chat with her defense about that one as Percy Yamas shares a
I
smile.
didn't
Coach
kick her
Traxel
off,
just says,
Spooky.
these things happen.
She either jumped off
the
herself
wind,
or the
too.
line just cut
Yeah.
off.
We pointed to it earlier in the game that it is a right-handed hitter's dream to hit one out into left field today. That breeze
Terry Sleuth is
blowing
in the
out.
house.
So if you're Yamas, she probably had the original read. That thing goes up in the air. Next thing you know, the softball blows fair, and that's just.
By
one
the
of
way,
those
to the new
happenings in
folks,
this game
Paula
sometimes.
and Terry,
Right.
if
I
you
mean, and
haven't
there's no way that
subscribed
you
to the
can
channel,
anticipate
please
that.
help
You
us
can hope
out.
to
We're
catch
trying
the
to
best
get
read
to
on that ball that you
10,000
can.
subs.
I mean,
We
but
got a long
yeah,
way
at
to
the
go,
beginning of
but
the game, the wind wasn't blowing hardly at all. It kind of was like a still day.
we really
Now things
appreciate
really
the help.
clear
If you can
out.
take a second to subscribe. Paula,
It's
you
gonna
are
make
very
that ball
welcome. We
travel.
love
Anything
OU
that's foul is
softball,
gonna
and
be
we love you
fair at
too.
this point, or even balls that you assume would be in the net at this point.
Dan Beard bringing
Well, now
the
you have
heat
to talk
on
to
Ole
your
Miss.
freshman pitcher because you have the best home run hitter in the country at the plate who's coming off a 2-run shot in her last at bat.
Right.
So worth the conversation from Ole Miss coach
Russell Neese, Hef is in the audience.
Abby
We're
Dayton.
142 strong,
Ran
43
to
strong right
third.
now, 27 on
She
X,
was talking to Coach Gasso,
116 on
and she
YouTube.
just thought, hey,
I'm used to being on this base.
well, she was on second, went to go talk to Coach Gasso in between those Ole Miss meetings. And after the conversation, she just stood on third base. And home plate umpire Jim Cooper said, no, you're on second. And she's like, yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. As Wells takes slow and outside for ball one. But the best thing about that was Abby Dayton telling everybody, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
I was
Maybe,
not trying
Holy.
to
That might be
inadvertently
true.
steal third base like that, but
She might have had me muted.
we forgive you, Abby. You're human.
We can try it again. She's got the link. Sunshine, if you want to come in again, you're more than welcome.
Screen was just
If
hilarious.
you want to try it again, you can come on in again. The same link will work. If you want to come into the
down to Wells.
come in and join us again, more than welcome.
And Jordan just bowls it over home plate. 3-0.
All right, we need Kendall to send this one back
The
home
country's leader
to
in home runs
Jesus
and green
and
light.
get into run rule area.
No, not usually.
No?
No.
I'm giving her a green light.
Sunshine.
Swing away, Kendall.
I'm surprised we'll miss
Yeah,
it.
That's
she
gone.
gets the green
That's
light.
gone.
Mashes it.
Number
Deep
24.
right center.
Hello, Kendall Wells. Run rule.
She is superhuman.
Number 24. Kendall Wells.
That's an absolute shot by her just then. Wow.
I mean, she sent that one all the way back to the other side of the moon. You understand?
I mean, to say that she expected that.
We're going to keep up with the
right there, too,
movie,
does
the
a great
music
job of
references.
letting
She
that ball
sent that
travel
one
and
all the
gets
way
all
to the
barrel
dark
balls
side of
in.
the moon, and we ain't talking Pink Floyd.
I
You know what I'm
think it was
saying?
over the railing. There's a whole street in between.
Yeah,
the
dude,
fence.
she's amazing. She's absolutely amazing.
That was a fantastic reaction coming into home plate,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
To the welcoming party at home plate.
Between that and the stands.
And by the way, no
It
outs.
was quite the celebration.
This
We were
looked like
gonna
a
give her
game where they
green
weren't
light
going to
on
score a
3
lot, right? It
runs.
was like
Oklahoma now leads
1-0
9-0.
going
I
into
think
the
she gets a
fifth, I
green light
think.
most of the time, doesn't she?
And now here we are, top of the sixth.
Multi-home run
It's
day
9-0,
now for Wells.
and they don't
She's
have any
leads
outs.
Gabby Garcia.
Can you say, I mean, this is the best offensive
Single
team
and
from
sword in her
Oklahoma
last
that
at
I've
bat.
ever seen. And that is a major
5 times
statement
this
to
year,
me.
too, for Wells, if she has a multi-home run game.
I've never seen anything like this.
4 now on the year.
Everybody was talking about, oh, yeah, but when you get into the SEC, it's going to change. Oh, when you guys get into the SEC, the home runs will not be as plentiful then. We'll see how big and bad Oklahoma is once you get into the SEC. You know, the Southeastern Conference is going to change things. But it hasn't.
3-1.
It's 9-0. We are run ruling SEC teams like everyone else. I can't wait to play Texas, man. Yes,
Garcia
JYK.
works the
That's a
walk.
crazy statement. Yes. Tiare,
Walk from Grayson
Jada,
Jordan. And
Kinsey,
then just her
and
fifth
Riley
appearance
Boone
of her
were
career out
amazing.
inside the circle.
But Kendall, Alyssa,
Jamie
Lexi
Traxel pulls
and
Jim
Kai
Cooper aside. And
might be
this will
better.
be it for Grayson Jordan inside the circle. Again, it was a 4-0 ball game when Coach Traxel put in her freshman who replaced Kyra Aycock. Lily Witten
Sunshine,
out of the bullpen. We'll tell you about Witten when we
I think
come
I
back
speak for everybody
in
when I
Oxford.
say
9-0 Oklahoma, the top half of the sixth.
Howard's going to be mad when he knows the chat is thinking about his lady like this. Howard's not down with that. Let him know, Howard. Let him know, Howard. I'm with you, JYK. We never doubted it. Look at that. He never doubted it. He knows what's up. He knows who his lady is. He knows what's up.
Traxel opted to go with her freshman Grayson Jordan instead. And that's not a knock on Jordan, Carly. It's just it was a 4-0 ball game. You know, Ole Miss had some opportunities offensively in the fifth. They left 2 on. In scoring position, too, kind of felt like there was maybe a little bit of momentum there.
It did. I mean, it's game 1 of 3. You know, you don't want to show them all of your aces, knowing that you have another 2 opportunities in other games, full games to throw. I mean, I'm a little surprised here that they're going with her now and not letting the freshman stay in a little bit later. But Lily Witten's been fantastic in these situations, coming in, you know, in the 6th and the 7th inning and really kind of helping close out the game.
And Witten's kind of been in that close out the game role for Ole Miss. Pitched against Texas last weekend for 22 pitches in an inning, allowed 4 runs. And first pitch for Emmerling is fouled off to the left. 0-1. She's 1 for 3 today, singled in her first at bat back in the first inning. Witten in her first season pitching for Ole Miss, joined the team last January. I should say 2 Januaries ago. Was ineligible to play last year. Foul to the on-deck circle. Almost took out the lower legs of Ella Parker on deck. Ella Parker's looking back at her dugout saying, I don't want to stand here anymore. Can you blame her? She's pointing to the field
That
saying,
way. That way.
saying, Bella, the field is that way. Runner on first base and Garcia. Jordan still responsible for her. Look at Parker. That way. Bella, that way.
Paula, I don't think so. I think they play today, tomorrow, and Monday. Let me check. But OU and LSU are playing in baseball today, and Oklahoma won.
1-2. These Sooner hitters are so hard to put away.
Yesterday
They
against
really
LSU.
are. I mean, they're probably one of the most.
So we might switch to
I mean,
the baseball
I can't
game
even
after
say
the
that they're patient,
softball.
but they are patient with
if
the
you
balls
like
that they choose to
Oklahoma.
hit fair.
I'm checking
Not
that
to
for
say
you
that
right
all of that's
now,
always
Paula.
in your control on offense. But I mean, the amount of balls that they've seen today, the amount of strikes that they've been able to defend off.
Just a tad high. 2-2.
Yeah, they do not play again today. They
Whitney
play
began her career at Missouri.
Saturday,
She
Sunday,
was at
Monday.
second base. Spent 2 years.
We will be
Tigers.
showing the game tomorrow. We should have it
More
up.
reliever than a starter. Started just 3 times and appeared 11 times. This is her 16th appearance for Ole Miss. She has started in 6 games.
Cambodian 22 is in the house.
Line to the left, down for a base hit. Dropped in front of Applin. And now Oklahoma with
What's
runners on
up,
the
Cambodian
corners.
22?
Still nobody
Thank you
out.
for showing
in
up
this 6th
today.
inning.
If you don't mind, if you like seeing content like this, hit that
Started with
subscribe
Sydney
button.
Parker's leadoff single.
Trying to get to 10,000,
Abby
man.
Payne hit an RBI
You get
double.
that subscribe button, you
Kendall
know when
Wells
we're
on a
showing
3-0
games.
count. Had the green light the whole time. Crushed it into right center. Cleared the
I
right
agree.
center bleachers.
I think by the end of
Here's
the,
Ella
by the
Parker.
time we get to the postseason, they're going to be
Fouls
humming.
off the first pitch. Solo shot back in the 4th inning. Oklahoma with 3 homers today. Nation's leaders in homers, team average, hits, scoring, RBIs, walks. We can go on and on. And Witten gets the sign. Here's the 1-1. Big hack. But now Oklahoma has multi-homers in 29 of 32 games.
I totally agree, I think they're going to
it's a
be
wonder how
moving
they're
on
not
up
ranked
now to
number one.
Tennessee
I mean, I'm not
laws.
saying that they're not all equally as tough, but like, how do you have numbers like this and not be at the very top?
There's some good teams this year, too. 1-2. Hit in the air. Deep left. Applin's back at the track, and she makes the catch. Plenty deep, though, to score Garcia. Sack fly RBI for Parker. She has 3 ribbies today and is up to 47 now in the year.
Sure, I have what,
And
Spooky?
Oklahoma's reached double digits today.
I think they go to 1.
Scored in
They
this
should. They're
6th
not
inning
going
for
to, but I
Oklahoma.
think they
They've
should go
scored
to 1.
8 of their 10 in the last
They
2
lead in
innings.
every single offensive category you can think of.
Another
That's
screamer
domination
foul
like the
by
sport
Kat
hasn't
Minor.
seen before.
Emmerling still at first base.
That's
Minor
right,
today with
Bill.
a double, a walk, and a run scored.
That's going to start changing, though, now that they've been run ruling SEC teams in these series.
I think that's one of the most intimidating things about Oklahoma is like their ability to late game push.
Well, and they score in bunches, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not just you 1 or 2. I mean, there's a couple of innings we've had today in the 2nd and the 4th where there was just 1 run scored.
yeah.
But I mean, 3
Michael
and
Sursa
5,
says, sweet
this inning's still not getting
baby.
over with just yet. It's incredible.
They have 4 of their 11 hits in this 6th. And you know Minor's not done. She fouls it off. But this is the 43rd inning this year that Oklahoma has scored 4 or more runs in an inning. We're not up to this point yet, but they've hit 5 or more home runs, and
I mean, Tennessee
12
lost
different
today. They won
games.
yesterday.
they're at 3 today. 2 from Kendall Wells, the nation's leader. Good discipline by Minor. This is just a well-coached team.
Good point, Z. Probably not. That's what I was saying when they fell to like 5 or 6. I was just like, what does it matter? They get to the postseason and they host. Who cares?
2-2.
Oh, yeah.
And pass Pickens into right center. Emerling up to second base. She stops there.
Runners at the corners with
a
oh, she
multi-hit
stops
day,
at second.
freshman.
Wow.
With her 12th multi-hit game this season of her young career.
I think Bill is right on this.
Too, if you're
I kind of like it.
Lily Witten,
Puts a
you're just
chip
trying
on
to
their
throw
shoulder.
strikes.
It's not right,
Your
and they
defense
know
makes
it.
That's all
some
you
plays
can
for you
do.
too. Another team meeting for Ole Miss.
Dawn Simpson is in the
Inside the
house.
circle.
What's up, Dawn?
Nobody's
Good to
warming up
see
in
you.
Ole
We got
Miss's bullpen, so this is
155 in the
just a
chat. If you
conversation
haven't hit
about,
that
hey,
like button,
let's do our
please
best
do.
to
It
get
really
out of
helps
this
us
inning.
out.
Yeah,
More importantly,
I mean,
if you're really
Lily's
feeling
doing
generous,
I mean,
take
she's
a
doing the
second, hit
best
that
she can. I
subscribe
don't think
button.
that
If you
ball-
like
I mean,
seeing
there's
games
not
like
a
this,
better effort, I think, that could have
that's
been
how
made
you'll know we're going to bring it to
defensively
you
for Ole
all
Miss to
day
stop that
long.
ball from
Oh,
going into the
Dawn,
outfield.
you're making me blush a little bit. What's up, boo? What's up, boo?
Bayani at the plate.
But yeah, good to have you in the
I heard a
house,
story about her
Dawn.
that she would take red-eye
Welcome to
flights
the
just play
Outlaw
travel ball
Posse.
from Hawaii to Southern California. Play for the Batbusters.
The good old Batbusters.
Yeah, you familiar?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Actually, Patty she recruits from them quite often.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Little pipeline.
a little bit. There's a few of those, but yeah,
I was gonna say a little bit or a lot of it.
a lot of it.
Yeah. Well, seems to be working for her, you know.
It has.
Well, I don't know about
She
that.
worked
I
when I
would
was
say
around.
that Dawn definitely
You are a
qualifies as
California
hot.
girl.
That's
Dawn,
right.
you are caliente. All right, here's Alana Agbayani.
1-1 from Witten.
Alana's due
Agbayani,
for
too,
some
doing work
noise.
in airports.
Alana makes some
Kind
noise
of discouraged though about her size growing up.
on a fairly
Wasn't
regular
sure she wanted to
basis, and she's
continue
due.
playing softball, but her dad
You're very
Yes, sir.
welcome there, Miss
encouraged her to
Simpson.
keep playing.
Alana is due.
Her dad is Benny.
Got
Played 5
158
years
people in the
MLB.
chat, 131 in
Rockies, Red
YouTube, and
Sox,
27 on
90s,
X.
early 2000s.
There we
Waits
go.
on it, hard
Oh,
line drive to
damn.
Pickens. Makes the catch, steps on second base to turn 2. Get Ole Miss out of this inning.
Damn.
Sooners score 5 runs in this 6th, and they needed a little bit of defensive magic to stop Oklahoma in this inning. Rebels.
That was close
trying
to
do
making
something
some
offensively
noise.
when we come back.
That's what I thought was coming from old Alana Agbayani, who comes from great Diamond Sports lineage. Her father, a major leaguer. That there, you're right, JYK. That was one of those balls. Sorry, coach, hit it too perfect. I want that 20 spot, Howard. I want that 20 spot, Howard. Dawn, make sure you subscribe and officially join the posse. And you too, Paula. And Cambodian. Bill. Boomer Sooner is right, Paula. Rock NB Farms, what's up, my brother? Boomer, right back at you. Good to have you in the chat today. We're just watching Oklahoma put on another offensive clinic. I mean, seriously. Have they scored more than 10 runs more often than they have not this year? Somebody in the chat, look that up. I feel like Oklahoma softball 2026 has gone north of 10 runs more times this year than they have not. Just let that marinate for a little while. Howard says, yes, they have. Just let that marinate. That is insane,
Last 2
man.
innings,
We are seeing,
including 2 home runs.
we're
in the
seeing
5th and
greatness
6th from
on
Ben
the
Wells, a
offensive
2-run
side of the
shot
ball.
and a 3-run
That's just
shot.
what it is.
The freshman who leads the country in home runs, now has 24 on the year. And we haven't seen former Rebel Miley Wichenio yet. She pitched for Ole Miss last year, helped the Rebels to a Women's College World Series appearance.
At least this will be the
Freshman
last
All-American
time we
a
need
year
to
ago,
see
too.
those dirty gray uniforms. I can't stand
Wichenio.
those uniforms, man.
Gosh, what a personality. So funny. Lights up your day when you see her. And you know, Patty Gasso was saying about Wichenio that her transfer to Ole Miss kind of shocked Coach Gasso a little
That's
bit.
my
just
girl.
Based on Wichenio's vibes during her visit. There's a strike. Alyssa Parker, by the way, inside the circle, trying to finish this out for Oklahoma.
That pitch was dirty.
Yeah.
That was dirty.
High and away. In fact, Coach Gasso told us that she didn't really know much about Miley, but her son DJ did, who's an assistant at Arkansas. And if you're familiar with how Ole Miss got to the Women's College World Series, well, ask the folks in Fayetteville. This is yanked foul by Mackenzie Pickens.
All right, Alyssa. Alyssa's been
This year,
real
she's a
sharp
two-way
as of
player.
late. And drop dead gorgeous.
2024 Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year.
What can I say? This girl is
She's
just
just a winner.
unbelievable.
Coach Gasso
Oh, there we
says,
go.
Comebacker right to her. Boy, she handled that with ease. One away. This is another really young, talented player that will, the rest of the country will be super excited when she graduates. But for Coach Gasso, that's not for a couple more years.
Yeah, like
I
4.
don't think there's a
3.
position that Alyssa Parker hasn't played on the
Oh
field
my
yet.
God, that is sick.
That was nasty stuff.
That's dirty. Yeah. I mean, her sell on that is so solid, too. It makes it tough to pick up on the pitch. You really just have to lay off of it.
The
Oh my God.
pitcher and number
Dude,
2
this girl's
overall
going to be so
recruit
damn
by
good.
Softball America in this year's incoming class. An elite competitor, says Coach Gasso. Watching her at travel ball and also high school. And a legitimate pitcher, Coach says, who can play any position in the infield. She can pop a home run. Coach Gasso saying, you're going to
1 ball,
enjoy
2
her
strikes on the
growth."
batter. What's up? One Leatherneck is in the house.
Yamas takes low, 2-2.
I'm with you, Leatherneck.
Yamas has one of Ole Miss's 2 hits today. Her and Cassie Reisner. Two misses.
JYK, I think she's going to be better.
Oklahoma looking to shut out their first conference opponent.
That's crazy.
Full count pitch, chopped up the middle, and past the diving shortstop Garcia. And a multi-hit day for Percy Yamas.
Yeah, I mean, I might be biased on that, but I think she's going to be,
keep this game going.
man. Yeah, Berzon looked really good against Memphis. Pitching is definitely coming around. I mean, look, let's say this.
So Oklahoma looks for
With
their
this
8th shutout
offense,
this year,
the
and
pitching is
back-to-back
good
shutouts.
enough, right? I mean, this is kind of one of those things like in football where
Shutout back-to-back
you have a
opponents yet this year.
badass
Or
defense
rather, this would be
like
the second time
Oklahoma's.
they could.
Your
Stacey
offense
Redeker
doesn't need to
comes
be
into pinch run for Yamas.
the best in the country. So, isn't our pitching good enough
And here's Matty
considering
George.
the offense that we've got? It seems like it to me.
Pop out to first for George today, and she nearly left the yard back in the 4th inning. Had a fly ball out to the warning track in right her last time up. Check swing, and she goes. Strike 1.
I agree,
A
JYK.
massive piece moving forward for Ole Miss offensively. Leads Ole Miss in average, homers, RBIs, walks.
Alyssa's about to have her about to sit her down with that nasty changeup.
Had a rough Alabama series, Jamie Traxel said, and coach just had to tell her straight up, hey, that's how you get better.
Part of this is failure. I mean, you're not going to be successful every time.
Look at that.
You know, and
Did I
feel
call
like
it?
she's-
Oh, my God.
407. Strike zone looks a little larger, doesn't it?
That's horse shit.
A little tighter.
That was a sick
That was filthy from
change-up
Parker.
strike.
1-2. Got her swinging. First strikeout for Parker.
I mean, she hammers that side of the plate, and that's just incredible. That's a really, really nice pitch right there.
This is big, too, for Parker to get some SEC innings. Taylor Roman is Ole Miss's only hope to keep this game going.
Oh, man, that's good. This game is over.
Parker pitched twice last week against Auburn.
To the chat, we got 150 in the chat. Do y'all want to watch the OU LSU baseball game if it's still on?
Struck out 4 and allowed 4 hits combined. Ole Miss down to its last strike. It's a 4-0 ball game after Kendall Wells' 2-run home run, and then Oklahoma surged offensively in the 5th and 6th. They scored 8 in the 5th and 6th.
Do we want to watch the OU LSU baseball game?
Sooner faithful.
There's only a couple innings left, and OU is down by 2.
I've been waiting for this.
Here we go, the 1-2 pitch for the ball game.
1-2.
Oh, that's sick.
Called strike 3.
That's so
Game
sick.
number 1 in the books.
Holy
As
dude,
Oklahoma
she is
surges in
amazing.
innings 5 and 6 to score 8 of their 10 runs.
Wow.
Including a 3-homer day.
We want to watch
2
the
of
OU
which hit
baseball
by
game.
Kendall
All right.
Wells, the nation's leader. This is a team that's in the driver's seat to definitely make noise in OKC in the future. And that does it for us. Games 2 and 3 on SEC Network.
Softball's over. Is there a softball game y'all want to watch? What softball game do you want to watch? Let me know. Somebody, thank you, Howard. Somebody let us know if you want to watch a specific game and not this game. Let me know what y'all want to watch. JYK, take it easy, brother.
This is for a series-ending game, a very low-scoring game. Normally on this particular occasion, you don't.
I'm looking
get
for a
3-1
softball
games,
link.
but that's what we've got going on right
It's
here.
really been a low-scoring series. The pitchers have, in today's college game, you could make the argument the pitchers have kind of dominated this series. Both of these teams came in averaging 8.5 runs per game, but we've not seen a ton of runs in this series.
Well, Ben, if my math is correct, LSU now has 18 hits in the series, and I think that's exactly what Oklahoma's got too. We'll go back and check that, but they've been not easy to find. Coming into this game, Oklahoma had 12 hits in the series. LSU had 15. So each
Looking
team
for
has
the
18
Texas Tech
hits
game.
to this point in the 3-game series. Dardar taking an at bat right here, pops it up. a mile in the air and handled by the third baseman.
At the plate for the Tigers, left fielder, Chris Stanfield.
I mean, it's been a total of 18 runs. A total of 18 runs scored in this series.
Dardar batting for Yaman in the DH position.
They beat LSU yesterday.
Here's Chris Stanfield. He gave LSU some very important insurance with his first home run.
Take it easy, Nitro.
In his last
Bill, I
at-bat.
can't find a link. I tried. I can't find a link to it.
This game a long way from being over.
Stanfield has earned well-deserved recognition for his support of the Miracle League and really takes philanthropic activity seriously. You can see he chokes up maybe an inch and a half. Punches this one the other way. LSU has evened the series with South Carolina in softball 5-1 the final. LSU lost in 12 innings.
Because I
last
changed the
night
game, Spooky.
in softball.
No, your
but
softball
comes back
game
to
is
even
over.
The series 5-1 at South Carolina.
I just put it on because we still had some people in the
CeCe
chat that
Segura
said they
got
wanted to watch the
victory in
game.
the circle. She's 4-2 on the year.
If y'all don't want to watch the game, we can shut it down
Very high to right field.
and get
Right
it back
fielder
to it
having
tomorrow.
difficulty.
Y'all let me know what
Center-
y'all want to do.
The center fielder comes over and ran a long way to get to it, but Jason Walk knew that was going to be trouble for
Yep.
Blair.
Give Jason Walker, center fielder, a lot of credit for not assuming that Alec Blair, the right fielder, was going to catch this ball. I mean, this ball is pretty well straight away right field. I mean, that's kind of where it is. He recognized right away that Blair wasn't going to find the ball. Blair never saw it at the right fielder. As you mentioned, it is a tough sky right now, especially for the right fielder.
You got it, Paula.
Directly into the sun.
That's all I needed. We still got
Here's
100 people
Caraway.
up in the chat.
He's 0 for 2. He lined out to
74
the
on
shortstop
YouTube
last
and
time
27
bounced out
on
5-3
Twitter
in his first at bat.
or X.
He started the game at second
X
base.
sounds
He
so
has
much
moved
more
to third now.
dangerous, doesn't it? X. It's cool.
Caraway lofts one into center field, and that's his first base hit. It comes with 2 outs.
Trent Caraway got off to a good start for the Tigers, too.
He
It's
did.
slowed down a little bit.
What channel is it on, Bill? Let me know.
So the Tigers have 4 hits now, and here's Aaron Beatty. 2 of the 4 hits have been homers. That's the difference in the game. LSU 3-1 over Oklahoma. That's going to move Caraway into scoring position.
LSU's only had 4 opportunities. This will be the 5th opportunity with a runner in scoring position today. Tigers are 1 for 4.
So the wild pitch advances Caraway. Arambidi has flied to right, and he has walked. He was the first batter, or actually was the first batter that Jones faced. The first reliever for Oklahoma.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, no, it can't be that kind of link. That's not how we get it. I would do it if I knew how to broadcast it, but Outlaw doesn't have ESPN Plus on the
3 balls
to where he can access it on the computer.
Curiel would be next. The 3-1 pitch to Kate Arambidi. That's downstairs. Runners at first and second.
Go ahead, Paula. We'll be here.
Yeah, Leon got the first 2 batters pretty quickly. He got fly ball, back-to-back fly balls, and then a base hit and now a walk. And Skip Johnson quickly out of that Oklahoma dugout.
And Jackson Cleveland, a right-hander, is going to be the next pitcher. So we'll take a timeout right here and see if LSU can advance its lead. The Tigers have a 3-1 advantage.
Oklahoma's got some work to do here. Not out of this by any means, but we're running out of time. Running out of time.
But then he starts attacking another subject and won't let it go.
All right, we still got 87 people up in the chat. Yes, we had 3 home runs today. What does that bring our total to for the year? The team home run count for Oklahoma, the leading home run count in the country, and it's not even close. I guarantee it. I'll look it up, actually. Let's take a look. They have 100. They now have 122, I believe. Yeah, they have 122. It's crazy, man. It's so crazy. And by the way, team batting average, 451. I mean, hitting almost 1,000 slugging as a team. It's so crazy, man. It's so crazy. They have 400 RBIs already. I mean, It's just unbelievable. This team is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Looks like Oklahoma got out of the inning, so that's good. That's good. It's nuts, man. It's so nuts. It's so nuts. It's so nuts. Yeah. I am Sooners. Take it easy, brother. I'm just going to leave it on to the end of the baseball game. Got it on already. There's only 2 more innings left. And if everybody takes off, we'll just shut her down.
On a home run, LSU regained the lead with a 2-run homer in the bottom of the first. They got a solo home run in the 6th, or make that the 5th, and we play in the 8th right now with a 3-1 score. LSU holding on. Guidry has come out of the bullpen. He's been effective so far.
I need to look, but what's Guidry's longest outing of the year so far? Is he back out again?
We'll check that.
LSU does have some bullpen activity. It's the big right-hander, Devin Sharon, is heating up. We're hearing that Guidry's longest outing of the year, 3 2/3. That was against Dartmouth.
Thank you, Sam.
He has
I
fallen
appreciate
behind
that.
3-0. And the critical thing about
We'll be back tomorrow.
Is
Obviously,
time
we're going to watch the end of this
Oklahoma
OU
gets a
LSU
base
game
runner,
and
it
hope
brings the
Oklahoma
potential
can
tying
pull
run
off
to the
a
plate.
win
Yeah,
on
and that's
both
why it's
Diamond
so
Sports.
Not to get
But if
out.
you got to go, we
Take a couple
understand.
turns
Thanks for
away
coming
on
out today.
Alec Blair has
Yeah,
flied
Bill,
right,
they are.
grounded
We
to
did the
third
game
and
last
struck out.
night. It was awesome.
And he walks on 4 pitches.
We did the OU ladies Sooners basketball last night. It was great, man. They whipped that ass. Michael Sursa, take it easy, dude. Thanks for coming today, Mike. Appreciate it.
1, 2, 3, 4 now.
Appreciate that.
That's been the only blemish to his relief outing today. Here's Nolan Stevens. LSU is heating folks up quickly in the bullpen. There's a nice bender for a strike.
That's what Oklahoma does, man. They find a way on the base pass. Came into this weekend leading the SEC in stolen bases and walks. Hadn't seen many of those from Guidry. Took a little off with a changeup.
Oklahoma is 0 out of 8 with runners in scoring position. 0 for 4 with a runner at third base and less than 2 outs. And 0 for 2 with the
What
bases
time does the
loaded.
game
Left
start?
10. So they've had some
Good night,
opportunities,
Jermaine.
but have not been able to fully open the door.
Yeah, and give LSU pitching staff credit. I mean, again, they have found a way in those big moments to elevate and be a little bit better than the Sooner offense to this point.
Here's a big moment here. Guidry misses upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Guidry now at 67 pitches.
He's worked 3 innings to this point, and he's walked the opening batter. That's hit up the middle. The runner's going to go from first to third. And there is trouble brewing as Oklahoma just keeps offering itself opportunities. Stevens with a bouncer up the middle.
All right, we got runners on the corner.
Scampered to third base without a throw.
Well, that's what we said. This game a long way from being over. And Oklahoma can strike quickly.
Ben, do I have this right? That's the first base hit that Guidry has allowed?
That's what I have. You mentioned got a few walks mixed in there, 4 of them. That's the first base hit. If you're Gavin Guidry now, you almost forget about the runner at third base. You got a 2-run lead. You focus on the guy at first base and the guy at the plate.
Well, Harris is the pinch runner at first base.
Women's
Just a matter of
basketball.
time. They've given themselves so many
If I can
opportunities.
get,
runners in score position. That's their first base hit with a runner in score
Nice,
position.
Sam. I'll look for that.
Kyle Branch racing.
If I can,
first pitch he sees. Jay Johnson quickly
if
out
I
of
can
LSU dugout.
Outlaw to
And
set
after
it
a
up,
long drought
I'll do the game
in
tonight.
changing the scoreboard, Oklahoma has added one.
So we'll
here in
set
the
it up
eighth
if
to
we
its
can.
run in the first. We've got a 3-2 ball game with Oklahoma still nobody out and runners at first and second.
And I think Jay Johnson's going to lead Guidry in the game, and I'm going to tell you why. This is a green light bunt right here is what's coming. Gavin Guidry is a much better, because he played shortstop in high school, he is a really good fielding pitcher. And bunt's going to be on. So I think Jay Johnson's going to leave him in. He's going to let him try to field this bunt. They're going to try to get the runner at third base if they can. If they can't, they'll collect the out over at first base. But you got to feel like Oklahoma is definitely bunting. You got the 9-hole hitter coming to the plate. Down 1.
Now batting, center fielder Jason Long.
Let's see if LSU, how they run their bunt defense here. Pick off first just to keep them close to the bag. The closer you can keep that
All right,
run at
let's see
second
if we
base, the
can't
better
get,
chance you're going to
another
have to
run
try
in
to
here.
get that lead out over
Oklahoma,
at third base.
no
if the bunt
outs.
goes down.
A walk, a base hit, and an RBI single by Branch have
Ball
closed the gap.
outside.
Oklahoma trailing only by 1. and an
OU gets up in
opportunity
the count, 2 balls, no
to
strikes.
tie or take the lead. 1-0 on Jason Wall.
Oh, I thought that was the second ball.
He has an infield hit. He has struck out twice. Guidry was able to strike him out a couple of innings
That's
ago.
bad.
And the pitcher, Guidry, he's going to be responsible for the ball back to him
That
and
is
towards
bad.
the third base line. Cerner's going to crash hard from first base. If it's a hard bunt,
Hey, look
the
at
first
that. We
baseman,
got
Cerner,
a
he may go
resident
across the diamond to Caraway to get the lead
Shorthorn
run.
in the
Hard
house.
bunt to Guidry, he'll do the same thing.
What's up, my dude?
If it's a good bunt, you get the out at first base.
And then you're looking for a strikeout.
Well, that's when Sharon will probably come in.
All right, let's think about it for a second. 1-1 pitch is on the way here.
The 1-1 pitch
Oh,
spins the hitter out of there. 2 balls and a strike.
batter gets ahead of the count here.
Guidry starting to run on fumes a little bit here. That fastball's been 93 to 95. That one 91.
Well done.
Guidry's going to have to go to first
Well
base. and he
done.
does. A close play there, but the Tigers
Well
get it out.
done.
Really good bunt right there by Jason Wall. I mean, you can't
OU
put it down
in the
any
chat.
better
Y'all
than
gonna
that.
take this? Where's my Sooners at? Y'all gonna take this?
That's the first out. The tying run at third base, the go-ahead run at second base.
And 91. Is
Guidry
that your
will
birth
not be
year?
able to finish or go any farther.
Trey Gamble's coming up. He's the leadoff hitter. He's a left.
91 can be so many things.
Jay
Birth
Johnson might be
year,
going to the left
high
hand here.
school
We'll see.
graduation,
Go to Sharon.
college graduation. What is it?
Yeah, Sharon. He's looking for the strikeout here.
So we will take a timeout as the game is on the line here in the 8th. LSU is leading by 1, but Oklahoma is threatening.
That is a great question. Yeah, it's been lagging a little bit all day. That is a great question, Dan. My father's family is from Oklahoma. My mother's family is from Louisiana. My father and his brothers graduated from Oklahoma. My dad graduated in one of the national championship years under Bud Wilkinson. So he was a huge OU fan. He was there when they were winning national championships and setting the tone for what was about to become the powerhouse of Oklahoma football. Charles, thank you, man. $10 donation from Charles. The crow flies high. Hell no. That's not what I'm for. Horns down. That's correct. But it's all fun. It's all in good fun. As long as they're respectful, we're respectful, right? But FAFO, you know, that's how it goes. All right, let's see if those Sooners can pull this off.
Guidry went 3 1/3, allowed 2 hits, 1 run to this point, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. And now it is Sheeran who has a big task ahead of him. He's trying to protect the 1-run
I went to OU as a freshman
There are
on
2 runners
scholarship,
aboard. This big sophomore can throw
and
hard.
then I
Reading,
went back
Pennsylvania.
home to Louisiana.
It's big time
Graduated
stuff.
from LSU.
Fastball's going to average 97. Lynn, look at the strikeouts.
It's a long
11
story,
1/3, 21
which I've
strikeouts.
shared a
That's
couple
exactly
of
what he's
times.
looking for here is a strikeout.
Not particularly
He's only been
interesting.
Touched for 4 hits over the course of those 11 1/3 innings. He's walked 6. With a runner at third and less than 2 outs, Sheeran will be seeking that second out on strikes.
Tying run just 90 feet away. Go ahead run out at second base. And anything could happen here. Trey Gamble can hit. Came in hitting 356, but also he's very good at putting the ball on the ground too. And I wouldn't be shocked if we saw some type of a squeeze or a safety squeeze.
He's at the top of the order for a reason. Sheeran delivers a swing and a foul back. The LSU pitching staff has 16
now.
strikeouts in game 1, 10 in game 2, 13 in game 3. And number 14 is on the mind of Sheeran right here. Gamble is a very tough out, hitting 361, and Sheeran threw it by him. That was 97 miles an hour.
And not only 97, it's 97 right at the top or just above the top of the zone. And that is hard to catch up to.
Sheeran quickly ahead, 2 strikes. He dips, he fires, that's slice foul. LSU has struck out 39 batters over the course of 3 games.
No, Dan, I
40
was
would
not
be
serious.
huge for the home team. The 0-2 again. Gamble is showing no sign of backing down at the plate. Still with the full swing.
Well, if he could get that fastball in at 97 and maybe about 6 inches higher than what he's thrown the last 2, he may get what he's looking for, a swing and a miss.
8 hits now for Oklahoma. They've doubled up LSU in that category.
And Aaron Beatty's got to be ready. He has got to be ready for anything here to keep the ball in front.
Here we go at 0-2. Ripped foul. That's off the protected net. On the right side, guarding those folks with those great ground level seats.
All right, see if he can get it done.
What a battle we've got. Sheeran has thrown nothing but strikes. Gamble has spoiled some of them. The pitch. That's down and in.
Nice block by Aaron Beatty.
That's exactly what you were talking about.
Thank you,
gotta be able
Dan.
to trust him.
I take that
These
seriously.
guys worked so hard. Omar Cerner Jr. and Cade Aaron Beatty.
If you go back and find some old live
Pitcher, I
streams,
gotta
you'll
know,
see
I gotta
plenty
trust
of burnt orange
I'm going for a
rants.
strikeout. It's going to be elevated fastballs or breaking balls in the dirt.
I'm no fan.
Let's see if anybody has a play. No. And a young man from Morganza is going to be taking that baseball home for a souvenir.
Couple of sliders. I still think elevated fastball, just about letter high, right down the middle.
Here comes the 8th pitch of this at bat.
He hit him.
He sure did. And Gamble is not getting up very quickly. So Gamble able to spoil enough pitches. Remember, he fell behind 0-2.
Yep. He fought off some tough pitches, too. Sharon tried to get that breaking ball down and in a little bit too far in.
I will check her out, Sam. What's up, John?
That's not the worst thing in the world. That's
We got 77 in the house. 48
Sheeran
on
was one pitch away
YouTube
from a
and
strike.
29
Just
on
couldn't get it
X.
by Gamble on
The
several.
Sooners are trying to take
pitches.
this and beat LSU for the second day in a row.
Now the water gets a little deeper.
Only one out. Bases loaded for Camden Johnson.
Infield is back. Looking to roll a double play. Camden Johnson, who has a home run to his credit and a single and a walk and a strikeout. Strike one.
Once again,
For the
man, they
second
fall
straight
behind on the
batter,
count
Sheeran has
0-2.
2 strikes.
We got to get something here, man.
Camden Johnson trying to break this game apart on behalf of Oklahoma.
Ooh!
1-2.
Sam, your brother
He's
plays for the
0-1 with
Bruins?
Bases loaded this year. He's walked a couple of times.
What are you- oh, no,
Hit
you're
by
talking
a
about
pitch.
Brianna.
That's Camden
Shit,
Johnson.
I got lost there for a second. Oh, wow, I didn't realize that.
And that's why Ruckert's in the game. We've seen Jay Johnson do this time and time
Oklahoma
again.
is challenging the ruling of out at first base.
It
All
was
right.
a tailor-made double play, a little bit of a bobble by Ruckert.
Let's
Looked
get a
he
little
collected
replay
the out
here.
over at first base, though. Hard to tell from that angle.
So Birmingham, the review panel there.
You youngsters at home, don't slide into first base. It is not faster to slide into first base. Run through the bag. How many times have you ever seen Usain Bolt dive at the finish line when he's sprinting? How many times have you ever seen him dive?
Well, never.
Right, because it's not faster. You run through the line.
We're going to get the Hawkeye view right here.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that is a close play right there. Gloves there now. Ball's in the glove. hard to tell when he exactly touches the bag.
You can almost look for the shadow. When you see the shadow go away, that means his hand is on the bag. See that shadow?
Shadow's gone. Not quite.
I think he's safe. But it doesn't matter what I think.
Well, again, is there enough evidence to overturn the call?
They're going to review this very carefully in Birmingham in the very sophisticated review booths. And then word will come right now.
After you, the runner will be safe. Oklahoma retains their last.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's a very costly
bases loaded
by the second baseman Ruckert. That ball was certainly
Tie
on
ball
path
game
to be a double play.
Yep.
And instead they didn't get anything.
I don't know if they're going to call that a hit or an error. You would think it'd be an error.
Yeah, it's got to be an error. But there is an RBI.
Yeah, he'll get credit for an RBI.
And we've got a 3-3 game.
With the go-ahead run just 90 feet away.
Come on, man.
So
Lace
error
this thing
on
deep.
Ruckert. And the pitch pops the mid for a strike. 0-2 on Brock.
Man, every
So,
batter has
on
started off
each of the
0-2
three
in the
batters
count.
that Sheeran has
Every one
faced,
of
he
them.
has picked up 2 quick strikes.
But hadn't been able to quite finish with a strikeout. Sometimes it's easy to get 2 strikes.
So
Nice
LSU
work, Oklahoma.
mishandling some fundamental stuff here. And Oklahoma leads it 4-3 with 3 in the 8th.
Well, remember, this is Omar Cerner Jr.'s first time to play first base this year, and this is his cutoff. Any ball hit to the outfield with runners on base, second and third, it's the first baseman's responsibility from right field to be the cutoff guy, and nobody was there.
Two outs now. But Oklahoma is in an advantageous position. That's going to be a sacrifice and an error on the throw by Brown, although he really didn't have a target to throw it to. Jackson Willits takes a strike. Boy, this has been a breakthrough inning for Oklahoma.
That's right, Earligan.
Oklahoma just keeps coming after you, man.
And LSU has helped the cause on a couple of occasions.
There we go, getting ahead of the count. I like it. That's right, Dan. Those 0-2 counts, man.
Willits out of Fort Cobb, Oklahoma.
It's amazing that they got out of all of that.
They're going to wave him down on a 3-1 count. So an intentional pass for Willits.
All right.
Oklahoma has batted around here in the top of the 8th.
The Tigers have had several opportunities to build a dam around Oklahoma in this inning, but Oklahoma has fought off several 0-2 counts and managed, with some LSU help, to take a 3-run 8th and a chance for more. It's a 4-3 ball game now. Boy, the worm can turn in a hurry,
Yes.
can't it?
We said it
Crying
a
out
couple
loud,
minutes ago,
I
this game's
tend to
a
agree,
long
man.
way
I'm a
from being
huge
over.
college baseball fan. But when you start watching softball, like this game just seems so much slower.
That's the 22nd pitch in relief for Sheeran.
Man, this kind of offense in an inning is
This
rare.
young man, LaChance, has been very good with the bases loaded. He's 4 for 6, and he's had 9 driven in. There's a quick strike.
Oh, my God. That's a terrible call.
96.5 miles an hour. Brown is locating it. Let's see if he's got it. He does. He stares it into his glove through the sunshine, and the inning is over. But Oklahoma has regained the lead, or actually, with a 3 spot, makes it a 4-3
John took offense to that. Hey, man, I said I love college baseball, but it's fair to say it's slower than softball. It is. It's just slower. I don't think that's an affront to baseball. No, pickleball sucks. Pickleballs, you can't put the ball away. You can't get up, slam the ball. You got to stay too far away from the net. Its novelty wears off quick. All right, so is Oklahoma going to be able to hold him here? Obviously, LSU is the home team. They get the last at bat. So they've got 2 more shots at it. That's pretty clutch from Oklahoma to be able to come in late inning like that and put 3 on the board to take the lead. That's good stuff, especially again. But I think there was 4 0-2 counts in a row, something like that. By the way, if you haven't hit that like button, help us out, please. We really appreciate it. I think quit crying is a fair point also. It has grown in popularity immensely. It's gotten fans like me, which was unexpected. I did not expect to enjoy watching it as much. I thought Oklahoma was just an anomaly. And so, and to some degree that is true, because no one's really doing it on the level that Oklahoma is doing it. But it's just a fast game, a lot of offense. It's fun. It's fun. But I will always love college baseball. Always.
A changeup is hit deep.
That might be it right there.
At the wall.
Wow. Oh!
At the wall.
Oh, my goodness.
What a play by Trey Gamble.
You kidding?
Wow.
Well, this is what Oklahoma has done the entire series. Its defense has been golden.
Yeah. A little bit of trouble in game 1. They made 3 errors in 1 inning in game 1, but you won't see a better play than that. Gamble wide open to the backhand side as he crashes into the wall and collects it. Certainly was going to be extra bases.
That was a great play.
We may take another look at this. Did he trap it against the fence?
The crew chief review on this one.
Oh, get the.
And Ben, let me backtrack. Well, we'll wait for the announcement.
LSU is challenging the ruling of a catch.
Let me backtrack. Certainly there was that game that you did earlier where there were those 3 errors in 1 inning. But other than that, we've seen some spectacular plays by outfielders, by infielders.
Cameron Johnson over at third base made a couple of great plays.
Indeed. So Oklahoma has certainly made some superb defensive plays.
You know, and that's the difference in these SEC series, winning and losing them in these ball games, is making the defensive plays sometimes. LSU had an opportunity and kicked the ball over at second base. Could have been a double play. Could have got LSU off the field. Play wasn't made, and then Oklahoma makes the play.
The ruling is that Gamble made the catch. We'll take another look at it.
It looked like a clean catch to me.
In real time, it did to me as well.
Yeah, he's got it in the glove right there.
But does it roll out and then he reclaims it?
I don't think it did. I think it was a clean catch.
After
that's a catch.
It is a catch. LSU has no challenges remaining.
Hell yeah.
That's a rather forceful declaration. So it was a catch. Give full credit to Trey Gamble in left field. Those are the types of things that win ball games. They don't make the headlines the next day, but they win ball games. Here's Cerna. Jackson Cleveland misses with a breaking pitch. 4 runs, 8 hits for Oklahoma, 3 runs. LSU has been limited to 4 hits. 2-0, and the Tigers will take a base runner or 2 any way they can get them. Cerna is played deep and as an opposite field hitter between center field and right. Two and one. On a 3-hour-long game to this point. Now the count is even. Cerna taking a pitch.
All right, 2-2 is the count.
The plate for a 2-2 count. The infield is shifted to the left. Cleveland tried to sneak one over the outside edge. He missed it wide.
Oh, yeah.
Cauterizes the outside corner. Cerna thought it was ball 4 wide, but
Wow.
he's called out on strikes.
Big time pick by Jackson Cleveland right there. Just missed with the 2-2 pitch. Fastball was just a hair off the outside edge, but not this one. That's what I call dotting the I. Too close to take and a big strikeout.
And that's his first strikeout of the game.
Hell yeah.
Well, the Sooners have some big arms coming out of that dugout. Every reliever we have seen pushes the ball up to the mid-90s.
Here's Jack Ruckert making his first at bat. Check it. Ruckert will not come to the plate. This will be Mason Braun, the freshman. Braun, first pitch swinging. Hits a one-hopper into the chest of the third
All right,
baseman, Johnson.
3 up, 3 down.
He throws it over, and the Tigers, as it turns out, go very quietly in the 8th. 3
Let's
up, 3
see.
down.
Well, the difference in this inning right here, the left fielder.
It is the bottom of the, that was the end of the 8th.
You won't see a better play than that all day long. Robs Jake Brown of extra bases.
It was
Sooners up by 1.
we're going into the top of the 9th. Top of the 9th. You know what I just realized too? Oh, wow. It's like there's some good UFC fights, but the card's not over yet. It's shaping up to be a double win today, Russell. That's what it's shaping up to be.
A 3-run 8th inning is the difference in this game as we go to the 9th. Oklahoma leading by 1 over LSU. The winner of this game wins the series 2-1. We will check some other SEC scores for you in just a moment as we update our scoreboard. Ethan Kloss has gone into the game defensively for LSU.
You're welcome,
Kloss
Dan.
at second
My name
base
is
now. Caraway
People
started there, then
breeds.
gave way to Ruckert. Ruckert was pinch hit for, and now it is Kloss. So it's Caraway at third, Milam the shortstop, Kloss the new second baseman, Cerna at first, Stanfield, Curiel, and Brown in the outfield. And Aaron Beatty catching. Alec Blair will lead it off. Sheeran misses, ball one. Blair is hitting 300. He's looking for his first base.
I did.
2-0.
Here, I'll type it in the chat.
Only 4 hits for the Tigers. They've hit a couple of homers. That's the good news. But the other side of that, Ben, they've only had 19 hits in 3 games in this series.
A low-scoring series all the way around.
Sheeran induces a weak swing, and that brings the count to 2. And we are ready for some SEC updates. We've got some finals now. We'll pass these along right after this pitch.
Yes, Sam. I was born in New Orleans, which is like
Kentucky
an hour south of Hammond, right down the causeway.
Alabama 8, Florida 4.
Well, that's not true because Hammond actually, I'm thinking about Covington. But still, probably about an hour or so away.
Over Texas A&M, that's in the 8th inning. Also in the 8th inning.
And
South
then
Carolina is leading.
I lived in Baton Rouge for 9 years, so
early.
Hammond was an hour and a half down the road. I used to teach tennis camps.
Missouri and Tennessee,
at
Vanderbilt,
Southeastern, which is
at Mississippi State,
little
Texas,
college
and
at,
Auburn
on
tonight.
campus.
You are up to date in the SEC.
In Hammond.
LSU softball team beat South Carolina to
Thank
even
you,
that
Dan.
series at 1-1. Here's Harris, the DH.
Dan, hit that subscribe button if you
Plano,
haven't
Texas.
subscribed yet. You always know when we're doing this. We're
Gets
going to do
him
it all
to
year
Upper
long.
Weekly.
Tried to bend that slider and it looked like just got a little bit too far in.
One out. Harris getting his first at bat. He came in as a pinch runner for the DH Stevens.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that.
That's a little bit wide. And
We
go to
appreciate it,
2-2.
man. Welcome.
The outfield is deep and straight away for the most part.
He used to have some pretty cute girls on that campus.
The 2-2 pitch from Sheeran. $12,503 paid to see this game. That's the number of tickets that were sold.
Wow. What a great at bat.
Sheeran thought he had the strike down around the knees, but didn't get the call. And Harris is at first base. We might see him disengage from the bag shortly.
He's 5 for 6 in stolen bases this year, is Harris.
And with a 1-run lead, they would love to get him into scoring position to add to the advantage.
Yeah. Well, Skip Johnson's not any different than most coaches. When they get a lead on you, and what they can do is pressure you up, that's when they even get more aggressive. So I'm like you. I wouldn't be shocked at all if Harris takes off the first couple of pitches. Sheeran's a big guy, 6'6", takes him a little time to unwind.
Kyle Branch from Lucas, Texas. And the pitch, there goes the runner. Aaron Beatty never caught the ball.
I mean, that's what speed does to you. It speeds you up as a defender. And Aaron Beatty trying to be a little bit too quick because he knows the speed of Harris.
That'll be a stolen base since Harris was off with the pitch.
See, coming up out of that crouch, just trying to get the early ball, hits right off the tip of the glove.
LSU's next game will be Tuesday. Louisiana Tech will be here. We'll have it for you right where we are now on the SEC ESPN network. Then Kentucky will be the next SEC opponent.
A very good Kentucky team, too. That's this SEC schedule, man. They are no breaks anywhere.
Oklahoma took a 1-0 lead on a home run in the first. Saw that go away with LSU's 2-run homer in the first. Tigers had a 3-1 lead after 5. But a 3-run 8th inning is the difference as Oklahoma has overtaken LSU and leads it by 1 in the 9th. It's a 4-3 ball game. Branch is 2 for 3. He's knocked in a run. Curiel retreating and gets into the landing zone. The runner from second base tags and makes it easily. So Harris scampers up on the deep fly ball to center field. He's at third base with 2 outs.
Don, that is Ben McDonald. That's Big Ben.
Bottom of the order. He
For
has
sure.
an infield hit. He has struck out twice.
I love Ben, man. Ben's a great color guy.
If you're Oklahoma, you'd love to take a 2-run lead into the bottom of the 9th inning. If you're LSU,
And he's fair.
you got to keep it right where it's at.
Sheeran steers in a strike. And another one.
Back-to-back sliders
Man,
just on the
come
outside
on.
edge. Both of them back door.
Two outs, 2 strikes, a runner at third base. Oklahoma leads by 1 in the 9th. He struck him out swinging.
Got him.
And Sheeran leaves a runner at third.
All right.
But the Tigers need 1 to tie, 2 to win as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning in Baton Rouge.
As much as I love Oklahoma, and I do, I have seen LSU do this in the 9th inning so many times, it's not funny. So Oklahoma needs to tighten up and play tight Play tough. Oklahoma's got to tighten up and play tough. Well, actually, they don't need to tighten up. They need to loosen up and play tough. Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. They're playing at home. I'm telling you. I've seen them do it just way too many times. I'm not saying Oklahoma's not going to win, but my point is, if you think you got it won already, you're out of your mind. You got 3 more outs to get. They won't be. I can't imagine they'll be easy, even if they're 3 up, 3 down. We got a couple of little dudes on UFC right now pummeling each other. It's a London card, so they're playing early, or they're fighting early. All right, let's see if my boys can do it here.
Other than 1 inning very early in the series. But in games 2 and 3 in the series, defense has been terrific for Oklahoma. Milam is first pitch swinging and hits a 2-hopper right into the midsection of Branch, who gets
Good
the
start.
to a chance for the out. So Milam very quickly is retired 4-3.
We'll take some late magic from LSU.
Here's Seth Dardar. He's batted once and popped up to the third baseman. They shift dramatically to the right for Dardar. Hitting .224. Ball 1 high, couple of homers. Most of the damage he has done offensively this year has come early. The Tigers let a 3-1 lead get away when they allowed 3 in the 8th. Dardar hits a little soft, dropping liner that's caught by the second baseman.
Nice.
Branch was in the right place.
All right, here we go.
And now there are 2 outs.
Let's go, Oklahoma. Seal this up. This wins the series. If they win
Here's
right here,
Stanfield. He'd love to do what he did earlier.
this clinches the series.
Boy, he got him a fastball right in the heart of the plate. Bared it out for his first long ball of the year. At the time, that put LSU up 3-1. It looked pretty good, but a 3-run 8th by Oklahoma has changed it.
Steve right to Stanfield.
All right, don't give him anything over the plate, man.
Oklahoma would win for the 19th time and go to 4-2 in the SEC. The Tigers would fall to 16-9 without a rally and 2-4 after 2 weekends in the SEC.
Good to see you, Dan, Scott, John, all y'all that have been in here all day long, man. Thank y'all very much. Russell, quit crying, you lost. Not trying to forget anyone, but you guys know who you are. Thank y'all very much for being here today. And if you want to see the basketball game, I'm going to try to set it up. Y'all have a good one.